Because I'm worth it.
Yeah.
Hello. I'm distracted by Disparu's hair blowing.
I know. I feel like
Barely
he's
moving.
in a commercial, a Pantene commercial, and his
Like-
hair's all done up. He's like,
Not like
Poor Disparu, the heat is hitting the UK right now.
yeah.
You gotta get
Yeah.
one of those hand ones where you could just be like,
Or
There
one
we
of those
go.
the ones around your neck. Do
there
those
you go,
work?
chat. What one?
Like the neck ones?
I think my mom has one that she would wear at work
I've heard those
sometimes,
are
like cool
awful.
off, and she doesn't really use it a lot. Like she it works, but it's the charge also doesn't last very long either. So it's just like
Well,
whatever.
Did you see the Dyson one that looked like a Bane mask?
Oh no, Dyson stuff is pretty good.
Yeah, they started.
Wait, let me find
their
this.
whole idea was like a face mask that filtered the air and then like fired filtered air at your face, but it also cooled you down because it's just blowing air at you. But it is just like something out of Hannibal Lecter, just covering your face. Like you can't be trusted. And I remember there was one of the tech reviewers on YouTube did a video about it. It's like, this is legitimately the most expensive pointless item I've ever bought.
Oh, weird. Okay,
Yeah.
wait. Look at this. Dyson
Yeah, it's
launches
even-
its bizarre combo of noise-canceling headphones and pollution mask.
Is that for
It's even
streamers?
weirder when there's an actual
Like-
person in it.
Okay, so the headphones are really ridiculously large.
And yeah, the headphones are awful. That was one. Everyone that there you go.
Oh my god!
Everyone said the headphones were trash.
Like it's bigger than your. Well,
It's like Sub-Zero. You could get that for a Sub-Zero cosplay.
very
this-
expensive Sub-Zero cosplay.
Yeah.
of that face.
This came about during the whole 2020. Everyone's coming out with weird ideas
Yeah.
of how
Razer
the
did
future will
one.
be. Razer did one. Razer's went for the cyberpunk angle, and then I think they released a small number to pre-orders and stuff. But Dyson just released this as a normal product. They thought people were going to buy it. Years
No.
after the event.
Like, you know what? I will say that in places like very busy, bustling cities like in India, China, and Vietnam, I could see this being a thing because people would just wear masks normally because of how dirty it is. So if you want
that was
filtered,
what really
Yeah.
annoyed me at that time, is a load of people were going, well, they do it all the time over there. Yeah, they do it for pollution, not for anything else.
yeah, which is so true. I remember when I was in Vietnam, like I would take the mask off and then I'd wash just the my face, and so much dirt came off. And this is just walking around in Saigon. It's disgusting there because they don't have like people policing how much pollution your car emits, stuff like
Oh.
that.
We used to have it in London. Like, the smog that used to happen over there was kind of famous. You couldn't see across the street and stuff.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's been TV shows based on
What the
like,
hell?
This
I've
must
not
have been
seen
the
this bit.
evolution of the
That beard?
mask.
It reminds me of, like the beer ones that, you know what I mean, when you put the beers in the side of your head.
Yes.
Did they think you were going to, like, suck on a tube in the first one? It's like,
I
no, we're just gonna
guess.
spray
Does
it
that
at his
look
face.
phallic?
Well, I
Well,
didn't see these. That's funny.
I
Not
thank
surprised,
you
but-
for the information, Disbrew.
Yeah, thanks.
Well, the education can continue if you want. As
Oh
I
yes,
think
bring
we
me
need-
it on.
we need to learn what summer it is. So there's 3 videos, so I'll have to share it twice. But this is the first one with Rachel explaining essentially new
Brat
cultural things
Summer.
to Corin Sweat. Yeah.
Brat Summer.
The apple dance?
I'm picturing
I'll
something on a...
explain
Oh,
Brat
okay.
Summer to you
Great.
later.
So, Brat Summer, that, yeah. So that was last summer, right?
Yeah, but this summer, what is it, Slutty Little Glasses summer?
Oh, yeah.
What?
Oh yeah, Brat Summer was last year, but this summer is all about slutty little glasses.
Are we talking
Um,
about like glasses
Yep.
or glasses?
No, glasses
Yes, I
that you
have
wear.
too.
Do you wear them on
Now-
your boobies or something?
The issue is, for some reason, and I know it's because he's Clark Kent, but he doesn't wear glasses normally. Everywhere Corin Sweat's been going, they've been asking him about slutty little glasses Summer. Whenever he goes on an interview down the red carpet, and he has no idea what they're talking about. Like, people keep asking him, he's never cared enough to look it up.
Okay, please. Okay, Disbrew, you are more of the internet than we are. Please explain.
Disbrew is the internet.
I will explain afterwards, but first, before I explain, if you were in the same position he is,
He
like
looks
this
so
guy,
innocent, and they're about to ask that question.
I mean, all he wants to do is build his Millennium Falcon Lego for 2 days, guys, okay?
it is just he has no idea what it is either, but they are determined to ask him.
Quite chronically online at the moment.
Oh, all the time.
Have you seen the slutty little glasses trend with Jonathan Bailey?
I have not.
I feel like you would beat him. You give a run for his money. I feel like you're the final boss at glasses.
I wouldn't count on me beating Jonathan on any.
I love how, like, he's like, I wouldn't beat him in anything.
Yeah, but he's talking about the slutty glasses, and then he goes in
And it is
another
the
interview,
summer.
and it comes up again. But this time he's with everyone else, and they know what it is, and they're just like, no, we need to.
He's like, I
explain
don't
what
want
it
to
is."
know.
Prolong his knowledge of not knowing this. I love this.
And it is the
like
summer
Luther
of tiny
dolls.
little glasses with you and Johnny Bailey.
Tiny little glasses?
Tiny, slutty little
Okay, we can say
Let's
silo.
be
So she knows. She knew the exact meme they were on about. She's like, tiny? No, you mean he's a slag. That's what you mean.
Is this the sluttiest interview
this-
ever? That's good.
real.
What is slutty little glasses?
You know what slutty little glasses.
She's like, you are a whore. There's no way you don't know what this
No,
whole
but, like,
entire trend
I
is.
don't know what it
need to
means. I
know
never
what this
heard
is.
about it.
And look at her. She's like, you know. Like, come on.
He's like,
Don't know what you're doing.
Come on, slutty little
Were you
glasses.
on the
summer.
carpet last night? Somebody mentioned this to me last night, but I don't.
That was the interview we just saw. Like, he's just
Okay.
like, people keep talking to me about it.
I mentioned it to you the other day.
I don't understand what it
I
is.
know you know.
I'm sorry. I'm telling the truth. Explain it to me.
Slutty
What
little
is slutty
glasses,
little
summer.
glasses?
We moved on from
put those
Brad.
glasses on, you behave like that.
What?
Wait, I missed that.
You invented
Repeat.
He
repeat.
says, when you put those glasses on, you behave like that.
What?
Wait, so like when you put the glasses
What
on,
is
the,
it?
the little glasses on, you behave like a.
Well, brat girl summer. There was white girl summer. All of it was based around there's a certain look, a certain aesthetic, and then you behave like a slag.
What if
And
you're
that's what
what
the
if you're
glasses
just
are.
blind like me, an X-ray girl?
But this is
You
the
need to
thing.
have contact
From what I
glasses.
can tell, the originator of the meme is just a guy that wears glasses.
Oh,
Like he
okay.
just needs them to see, and people were like, "You look like a slag," and that seems to be the originator of the meme. And then it was like, "Oh well."
Sorry, I'm telling the truth. Explain it to me.
Slutty
What
little
is slutty
glasses,
little
summer.
glasses?
We moved on from
put those
Brad.
glasses on, you behave like that.
What?
You invented slutty little glasses, Summer, and you don't even know it.
Oh, that's pretty
Jonathan
cool.
stole it from him.
Oh well, that's good to know.
You've got competition then.
So true, bestie.
No, he. Oh,
Oh,
So
okay.
apparently it's Jonathan, which I don't have pulled up.
I'm just floored that I'm now of the age that I am not understanding memes and pop culture, and I'm old. I'm
We're mo-
officially old,
We're
guys.
moomers.
Well,
We're
this
moomers.
is Jonathan Bailey, where it came from.
Who is that again? Oh, sorry. Hold on. Oops.
So it was for a charity, and those are their glasses.
Those are
And
the
people just-
Daredevil glasses.
People just saw him in those glasses and were like, "You're a slag," and then that just kicked off
mean-
everything. And for some reason, Superman got dragged into it.
I don't think he looks slutty. Am I crazy?
I mean, no, the internet's just stupid.
Transformed into a viral fashion moment.
I'm so confused. I'm so old. Please get me out of this.
Embraced it with flair and
Yeah.
purpose. Exactly. He's just like, I just need glasses to see. And they're like, you slag. That's all it is.
So automatically, if you're blind, you're a slut, is what I'm
Yeah,
hearing.
Because
Wow.
it says fans.
Thanks.
Like he was just doing a piece for.
They're too
He was
wicked.
just doing a piece for charity. It was the fans that dubbed him it, and he just kind of embraced it. So people just saw that and went, I can't control myself around those glasses.
You know what? They actually don't even look that good. I don't understand people. What the heck?
Okay, but there's a whole like big chunk of weirdos on the internet that call Pedro Pascal daddy. So are you surprised?
I call
I
him
don't
Poppy
understand.
Pee-Pee, so take
Puppy
it.
pee.
I call it Pedro
Papi.
Pascal propaganda.
Hey, one of his nicknames is Pee-Pee, and if he's called Daddy, he's a Poppy. So obviously, Poppy Pee-Pee.
He probably would be like, "Yeah, I'm owning it.
He would, yeah, if you said that to him, he'd just be like, of course, obviously.
I'm bougie Poppy pee."
No, somebody did ask him in an interview question. And he must have known where it came from because he didn't skip a beat, or he's just used to like, random questions. But they said, "What's the most bougie little bitch thing that you've done recently?" And he just answered it as if it was a normal question. He didn't be like, "What do you
was
mean?"
the answer?
Oh, I can't remember what the answer was. It was no, I can't remember what he said to it. But it was just a case of he was like, "Yeah." So I don't know whether he knows that that's kind of gone around his comments.
Oh, I'm sure it's gone around.
I think he's got around.
fair.
He's got around.
I honestly think he actually watches what people say about him. He gives me that vibe.
He's done quite a few interviews and stuff where he's like, no, what people say gets to me. I'm a very open person with a big nerve that's very easily affected by things. So yeah, I think he's the kind of person that Googles himself.
Yes.
Of course.
He does say he admitted on a lie detector that he looks up his own fan clubs. So he reads his own fan club messages. When he said when he was feeling down, he'll go on like Pedro Reddit and stuff.
Oh. I'm gonna do it in the most
That's not the
southern,
best-
bless his heart, because wow, that's sad.
Now, to be fair, he did only admit it under lie detector, which, you know, they kind of had him because they asked him, "Do you ever Google yourself?" And he went,
Wait,
"No."
this was so.
And they went, "That's a lie." And then he admitted it.
That's dumb because, like, if you need to pick me up, do not look up anything on Reddit, let alone yourself. If you're a
Well, no,
celebrity,
well,
Reddit is like the
Pedro's-
worst place
No,
to go to.
Pedro's kind of their perfect guy. So it would make sense. And he's on like a Pedro fan club, so it's not a hate thing or anything.
It's like they love him. So
Yeah.
I always find it sad when people seek outside validation that is not within their like friends and family, because these people, like, I value those opinions on top of anything and everything, because you know that's why you're my family or friend. So
Yeah. Yeah.
the fact
exactly.
that he seeks positive validation from his fans who automatically like him, that's bias.
He would probably
Yeah.
judge your nails.
I mean, he is a bougie bitch.
Probably has
Oh,
better
you-
nails
no,
than
have
us.
Have you not
I've seen the videos. Oh my
Yeah.
god, your nails! Oh, they're so gorgeous.
And the women literally have them done for him, and they'll be walking down the red carpet like, Pedro, look at my nail, Pedro. So
I know. There's a couple of video compilations that I've seen of that. That is, you know, yeah, it's kind of like the Mark Malkin thing. It's to disarm you.
Mark Malkin's that insufferable reporter, right? That's like,
He's not
is this
insufferable.
the
He's a
gayest
genius.
Superman ever?
He's a journalistic genius. I love him. I think he's amazing. He's my favorite person.
But that's the thing.
I love
he
when
disarms people.
he does.
Well,
I
this
love
is the-
when Aubrey Plaza like kind of trolled him when when he asked her, "Is this the gayest Marvel?" She's like, "It better be." Like, and people like
It's
thought,
got to be
like,
a gay explosion at the end. No, my favorite one is Petty LePon or something. He's asking her these Marvel questions. She's like, "I don't know," and so he's like, something behind the camera. He's like holding up answers and stuff, and she's trying to read them, getting them all wrong. And he's like, "Do you at least like want to be in Marvel in the future?" She's like, "No," and he throws her every single lifeline because he clearly likes her, and she just stitches herself up the
She's
entire.
like, I don't know what I'm doing here. I just collected the.
She
check."
just didn't care. That was the
Yeah.
that was the thing. She didn't care about keeping like any job with Marvel.
Oh well.
So that's the thing with him. Because people like he's just out to destroy Mo. No, because in that he genuinely tried to help her. I think he just knows. He knows what Hollywood thinks. He knows what the actors think, and he's good at getting them to say it to the camera. So I'm sure there is like pleasure when they're having a go at like MAGA, as he called them.
It's a
but that's just 'cause
pronoun now.
Well, that's just because he didn't like them. And I don't think he's stitching any of them up. He just knows how to get them to say the truth of what they actually think. So, I think he's doing God's work.
He is the gay best friend. Legitimately.
Yeah.
And it worked. Or it works. I don't know if it's still working, but I guess technically, yeah, he got a soundbite out of one of them through the
It is
Superman.
interesting the kind of different styles that people have to disarm people. So I think he just comes across like really camp, really friendly, and people will tell him things. Now Pedro, in his
Yes,
Vogue,
his hair is blowing, so yes.
Everyone wants a piece of Pedro article that starts with he goes up to the reporter and he's like, "We're going on a date, darling," and as she went into the car, it's like, "By the way, my mum died when I was 24," and that was like as far as the article says, that's the two sentences back to back. And she goes, and you know, my dad also died when I was younger, and so we immediately bonded over it. And I'm like, that's trauma bonding. That actually comes across as quite manipulative, that you're immediately saying something really deep about you, or like something like, look, I'm an open book, to get them to say the same thing, and then you're just friends. That's not normal human behavior. So I think he's very good at ingratiating himself with people. In
He
various
does
ways.
his research, clearly.
Well, I think it would have worked even if that hadn't happened. Because it's just like, if I tell you a deep, dark secret, or something that's really affected me, then it makes you feel like I trust you, and then you're more likely to trust them back. So it's a kind of a basic tactic. I just found it, because the way the article said, it's immediate. "We're going on a date, darling. By the way, my mum died." It's like, what? Humans don't communicate like this.
Apparently in Hollywood they do.
Yeah, Hollywood, are they really human at this point? Most of them, no.
I think it's not that they're not human. I think that they're not having normal interactions. And so when you're having these hyper-focused interactions, getting a question or answer that is like that completely pulls down that curtain that maybe you normally have, or that wall. And then, oof, you have to know who to trust. You can't tell everyone all your secrets.
It's true.
Well, Gary's always called it pretending, but the other word for that would just be lying on camera. And so you're essentially surrounded by professional liars, where your entire industry and your career is based around people liking you. So you'll get the job because you'll get recommended by somebody. And so in that scenario, you can understand why people, especially really manipulative people, might be massively successful. They learn how to get people to like them in any way. And they will become what they need to.
A
in order to be
chameleon.
successful.
They're chameleons.
Because that is the thing with Pedro, seems to be genuinely liked. I see all the stuff about, oh look, she's so unset. She feels so awkward around him, and she's got like her arm around him. It's like, well, I don't know if we're looking at the same picture.
I've seen one, I forget her name. She was on like the American Horror Story, like I think every season.
Yeah, I know the one.
Yeah,
The
they've
blonde?
been friends. Yeah, they've been friends for like 30 years, and people are like, look at how uncomfortable she is. Like,
Well,
no.
she has her
I also
arm
think-
around him.
And
on
I
his
also
hip.
think that she's a lesbian, right? So I don't think she
In real
cares.
life?
I think
Like-
she might be. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
I could be wrong, but I think so.
The thing about that as well is, so I saw an earlier clip of when they first met each other, and she's just obviously friendly with him. She like hugs him and everything. But even without that, she's got her arm around him.
Yeah, Sarah Paulson. Thank you, Venom.
I love her. She's good in American Horror Story.
She's great in that, but yeah, they've been friends since they were like really young, so I think she's totally fine. And like
Yeah,
you said,
well-
her arm over him, so I think she's
Yeah,
she's
and
good.
she could just be looking at another camera in a different direction.
Guess what? Hashtag Me Too exists. So if she wasn't comfortable, she'd say something most likely.
Well, no, that is the thing with Pedro. Everyone says he's amazing. You don't find anyone saying a bad word against him. To every woman comes out and goes, we're instantly best friends.
I
But
mean,
then when
even
you find out how they bonded, like in that Pedro interview, it's like, this is weird.
well, even like when Gina worked with him, like afterwards and stuff, she really liked Pedro, and she would talk very highly of him. So
As
like,
he's
you're right,
stitching
every
her
girl
up.
that's now I don't know, but before, like, you know, she talked about how much she really liked Pedro. So that just goes in with the women, I guess, that he works with liking him. But in case, I was just gonna say that maybe that's why women are so comfortable with him.
Maybe he disarms them in that way, you know?
Yeah.
I can see that working.
Yeah.
We'd have to ask Mark.
Guess
Malkin.
what? There's straight guys who go to gay clubs to get girls because, girls
Go with their
tend to
gay
not
besties.
They want to
worry
try and
about that.
convert you.
Yep. So
Because they can be more comfortable there than
It's
worry
like, well,
about
this
guys
is a
coming in.
huge compliment if I can turn him.
I mean, there's
Oh.
gay guys that hang around girls because they want to be around like their straight men friends too and try and like turn them. So
Oh, I've never thought of it that way.
I didn't think that either.
No, I just thought it was like similar people attract. I never thought of it as like, well, I could get with them mates.
yeah, her cousin's hot. I'm gonna hang out with her. Just saying. All right, let me catch up before we start here on topics on Super Chats already, guys. Goodness, thank you. Schick for 199 says Megatron. Thank you, Megatron.
Yeah, I need.
Megatron.
Vimaran, thank you for the 10 Chiefs, right? Chief.
No. Swedish.
Francs.
Franks.
Swiss francs. The Chiefs was the other one with like
Swiss.
an N.
Sorry,
yeah.
Swiss.
Swiss. Yeah. Thank you. Superman film is okay despite some stupid stuff, but I absolutely hate Crypto the floppy CGI dog. Wish the whole time Luthor would kill it. Still, now I am sure Superman is better than Pedro Tastic. Yeah, we're gonna get into the Superman review here in just
my
a
God.
minute, but I
We
do agree
have-
with that.
We
That
have
he's
2
gonna be
weeks
better.
of Pedro, Eddington, and Fantastic Four.
Oh wow, yeah.
I don't expect anyone to know or care about Eddington. Like, I barely even see that marketed anywhere.
Barely. I only heard of it because Gary saw a trailer or something.
Yeah, no.
Wait, is that the one with
It's
Melanie
like COVID,
or not Melanie Griffith? That's her daughter, Dakota.
It's like a COVID western or something.
COVID
Oh,
Western
never mind.
politics something.
Yeah, he's like a sheriff or something.
Because doesn't he have one coming out with Chris Evans and Dakota?
Didn't that come out already? I thought
That-
Oh,
it
no,
did it
that's
already come
material-
out?
I think it's actually out in August. When I was buying Superman tickets, they offered me early access to that. I was like, no way. The thing is, I already know everything about that movie.
But, like,
because
to be
it's been
fair,
released somewhere because I know what the
Disprove.
script is.
Your review would be fantastic of it if he did do it.
What, the Materialists?
Yeah.
The Materialist would have to be released on streaming rather than in the movies, and
In
then I
due
would just show
time,
the
then.
highlights.
In due
Because
time.
I know the spoiler, like I know the script and everything. It feels like it's been released to me because
So
I
the
even know
Pedro
the twist.
Summer then.
I know who she chooses. I know why. So
I can't believe it. 3 films in one summer? That actually is insane.
he's been in loads.
He's
He's been in
coming for the
Gladiator.
Rocks title.
Like Gladiator 2 was this year. He's been in tons this year. He's all over the place.
Wow.
Yeah, he gets around, Pedro.
It's like herpes.
It's like when they go, yeah, he's growing on me like a fungus.
Getting used to it, I guess.
But I do think Fantastic Four is going to be way worse.
I have a feeling too.
Another poster came out. Pedro's at the back. I was like, yeah, you're not leading anything.
I wouldn't expect it, to be honest.
Have you
Yeah,
heard?
Just given the marketing even.
He did. There was something he did. Hang on, I'll have to find it because this quote is so.
Sorry.
We're
Not
laughing
skipping the
at
other-
this.
I don't mean to skip the other super chats with this one.
Oh,
$5 for Disprove's flowing hair.
it's not my. It's a fan. Look,
We're
it goes
just-
way
Should-
worse if it's
Should we
anyone.
all in solidarity be like Disparu? Here, let me go
Have
get
a
my
fan.
Here.
No,
I
it
got
just
mine right here.
happens that like I would die of heat.
Okay, we're
I know,
all
no
getting
one's mad
blown
about it.
by our fans.
Okay,
in
ready?
Just a moment. Wait 1 second. It's right here. Okay, maybe I have to
But
increase. My hair is heavy.
Yeah, mine too.
There's nothing.
you have to
Oh, there
increase
we
the
go.
power.
There we
it's
go.
like it's
Oh
like
my
the
god, it's hurting my
Enterprise.
eyeballs.
We need more power. Yeah, it's hurting your eyeballs. Still not moving the hair.
There we go. There's this a little bit.
There you go. Let me get closer.
I don't like this. That hurt.
She looks like she just got off of a jet. I don't like this. There you go.
Okay, so this is because it's kind of amazing. You would never hear any normal guy talk about anybody like this. It could be his wife. He would not use this kind of language. And yet this is how Pedro talks about Vanessa Kirby. I'm sharing it.
Oh, sorry. I'm just staring off into space.
Vanessa is my guide. She's my inspiration. I don't think I'll ever work the same again, whether it's with or without Vanessa, because of how her dedication inspired me to work harder than I've ever worked. And then they put that there, and if you notice, she's leaning in and he's backing away.
You know, and the crazy part is she's like, what, 6-7 months pregnant at this point?
Yeah. That she is, one thing she's doing on the red carpet is similar to what's been happening with Superman. She is desperately at all times trying to make them look like a family, like she's the wife. There's even a picture where she somehow manages to hold 3 guys at the same time. Like she's holding one guy's hand, then another guy's hand. Then she's reaching behind Pedro to grab the other guy. And it seems like she's the most PR marketing trained of all of them. And she's clearly been, well, I assume she's been given some kind of instruction on how to make it look. And she's always like leaning into Pedro or holding Pedro and stuff. Like, she's the shipping one out of the two of them, clearly.
Do you think she was told to do that?
I would imagine so. I imagine all stuff on the red carpet is PR trained. Because there's been a recent thing, I think with the whole... Because now, basically, all books are just female authors. And they're all the, like, romantasy kind of...
They're
genre.
smutty.
Yeah, that is romantasy. Romantasy is just, like, non-consensual stuff. But... It's all, I think that's led to the shipping movement and everything, and now all marketing seems to be aimed at that same thing. All the Superman stuff, all the Superman marketing, apart from a couple of clips that I've seen, was just aimed at women. And this is why you have Nicholas Hoult and Corin Sweat constantly flirting with each other in all the interviews. It's really strange.
Yeah, their interviews were so strange. Like the marketing they did for the movie.
But that's because I think they want the audience to ship them together, even if it doesn't happen.
Yeah, but that's what women do. Like, there's no men that go around. There's no straight men that go around shipping people.
Gay men
do. Yeah, but there's such a tiny fraction of the audience that, you know, you don't target them unless you're making a movie just for them. Because otherwise you'd alienate most of your audience just to get a few people. It's really bad business. But in this, they seem to be trying to do it. And she's always, like, leaning into him and stuff. Like, half nuzzling him kind of thing.
To me, it's so strange. If he is straight, you know, like, as a pregnant
Vanessa
woman,
is my guide.
She's doing that kind of stuff all the time.
Weird. Like,
and it seems they did it in Superman. It seems like they're trying to act like a married couple on the red carpet.
You got another man's baby in your belly, and you're like getting up all close and nuzzly with another man.
Yeah,
but that's weird.
Like I say, he backs off.
He's like, no, thank you, ma'am.
I think that is one guy. They're like, nah, that's fine. She's safe.
Oh, no.
If anything, Nicholas Holt's wife is the one that should be worried.
Gosh.
There was a photograph came out of him the other day. I can't remember who posted it. I think it was Corin Sweat or something. And he's like, no, he's been stealing my fashion for decades. And they're both wearing like a t-shirt with a sweater tied around their arms on their neck. And Nicholas Hoult is carrying a handbag. I'm like, what? And every single opportunity in an interview to make some kind of flirty joke with Corin Sweat, he does. Like, they'll just be talking about food. I'd be like, yeah, what kind of food you like? And he'll just be like, here's sausage. For no reason whatsoever. It just ran, like, no one prompted it.
Wow. Well, it also could be that they're just so comfortable in their sexuality. Like, they're not...
That's not a thing. It's like, well, oh, yeah, you know, I'm so comfortable in it, I'll just hang out the back of another bloke. It's not a thing that happens.
You know, there are some dudes that just love the gay jokes.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
I don't know.
All the time.
I have not seen the marketing, so I can't judge it.
I've got it all bookmarked.
Yes.
You want to.
Unfortunately, yes. The amount of times they play gay chicken is ridiculous. If you don't know what gay chicken is,
there's only one group of people that wins gay chicken.
I think you need to talk to Lady Gravemaster because she has some stories about gay chicken.
Yeah.
Her friends probably read books.
And I can guarantee you, I could tell you what those guys were.
Talk to her.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Oh, God.
Hokies has been a member for 25 months, over 2 years. Never date a tennis player. Love means nothing to them. What?
Love is 0.
Well, I
Oh.
think it's.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Love 15,
No.
love 30.
Oh, okay, got it, guys.
I thought it was just in the
That went
sports
right over my
reference.
head. I was like, "Are you okay, Hokies? Did you get hurt by a tennis player?"
It's a tennis joke. I can't believe I got that one.
Okay, we need to see this. Hang on, before you show any others, just to expand, just to engorge upon my point.
Oh, gorge.
Okay, what?
Oh, this
So this
one.
is
Oh,
Nicholas
this one's a
Hoult
strange
in a-
one.
I didn't see this one.
Yeah, but this isn't unusual. This is just the perfect example of what all the marketing has been like.
Superman tickets are on sale now.
Oh
Make sure you get them so you can see me, I mean Superman, on the biggest screen possible.
He's in his pants.
What the frick?
Yeah, he is the camera.
Superman tickets are on sale now.
You know what these are?
That was his balls?
Yes. This
Yup.
has been the entire marketing.
Super
This is not-
balls.
I get like 6 or 7 clips every day
That-
of those two
That was
flirting.
funny though. Like it's super gay, but that was actually funny. I was not.
Can you
expecting
imagine? Nicholas Hoult, Superman, your balls are like how kryptonite is to you, my weakness.
that. I'm surprised I didn't use that.
I'm surprised he hasn't said that. I would expect him to have had a clip. If they thought of it, they would have said that photo.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, I just wasn't ready for that. Like I thought that was gonna be something like him like trying to like grab the phone or something. Not his face. Like that.
He was grabbing the phone. He was
That was
pulling it down.
ridiculous. Oh man.
Damn. That's why they needed the costume to be a little roomy.
So Nicholas could fit in there in his pocket.
In his pocket dimension.
Yeah, Nicholas is the bulge.
Oh no.
Oh gosh.
Gay icon. Okay. Lance has been a member for 1 month. Finally, my favorite stream of the week. Disparu and his harem of foolish women.
Cheers.
The most stupid thing about the
Cheers, Lance.
Superman movie is that they thought that you would need an instruction by Superman to start a harem. Like, seriously. This guy can fly, he has status, he saves the world, he's mossily and jacked. And you're like, we're gonna have to tell him to spread his seed. Like, no, Superman could go to any corner on Earth and a harem would spontaneously form.
He'd be bigger than Genghis Khan. He'd have more children than Genghis Khan.
Half of Superman's work would be stopping the flooding that appeared when he turned up at a new location.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
He has to constantly carry around water bottles with him just so like people spontaneously dehydrate. Every time he saves
well
one,
then.
just drink that, you'll feel better.
No.
I mean, to be fair, I think most women probably would do that.
What, Superman? Yeah, they would.
Yeah. No. You know, like
Well, I
you
mean,
say,
if he was
would.
in real life, like it's like, yeah, I will bear your child. Like it'd be even more of a bigger deal than Elon, because it's like it's Superman. I want to have a super baby. Girls would go nuts over that. Let's see. Shane, thank you for the 10 euros. Hello, beautiful, wicked, and X-ray, and Disparu. I tried. His hair's flowing today, though. Shane, look at that.
Looking really good.
Mate for 5 says, I want 10 monkeys.
Want the monkeys. Oh, the monkeys
was
were
so
kind of cute,
weird.
even though they were
That's
stupid. But
Yeah.
My favorite thing about that is that leaked really early on, and
It
everyone
did.
went,
thanks, Gary.
"That's not true. That's too stupid." And then it was in the movie, and it just kind of glossed over it, as if, "No, yeah, well, I've just got these mutant monkeys typing hate on the internet. Carry
The
on as if
pocket
that's
dimension.
normal."
You know
Like,
what?
never mentioned
You
that
know
again.
what? You could have paid Asians a fraction of what it would have cost to genetically modify these monkeys, set up these computers in a pocket dimension. But no, Asians or the Chinese or the Indians, they would have done that for you at a fraction of the cost.
Yeah, I don't know. I suppose they don't want to put AI in because that'll replace them anyway. And so, like, no, monkeys are better than AI. There was also there was one throwaway line of this is where he keeps his ex-girlfriends. Again, never mentioned for the rest of the movie. They just wanted you to know and move on. It's like,
He's
wait.
such a horrible person that he keeps his exes there.
Yeah, but to be fair, there were a lot of boxes. That
They were,
guy
like,
is
mostly his
very
exes.
successful.
What if they were just mostly exes?
Yeah, it was
They're
just
just
like
all
they
his
went
exes.
over a long way and a long way down. That guy he's had his own harem in his time.
Well, I'll get a few more supers and then we'll get into the review because I'm sure we're going to have.
I've got another Nicholas Hoult clip.
Oh, okay. I'm sure we're going to be super chatting while we're reviewing.
Would you like them? Like, this is the kind of thing. This is not how normal words speak.
Their love languages?
What do you think their love languages would be?
What kind of question is that to ask two men?
Punching.
So punching is
Physical.
his love language, but it gets better at the end.
Words of affirmation.
Yeah. I feel like Lex could use some words of affirmation just to boost his spirit, his ego.
Quality time.
I think he's surrounded by too many yes men.
What else is there? Gifts. Gift giving. You never give me any
Ooh,
gifts.
kryptonite. So sweet of you, darling.
So sweet of you, darling.
Yeah.
I like them outside of like these interviews. I like those two.
Yeah,
and
like,
Rachel. Why is Gunn
yeah.
in so much interviews? And the
Um,
marketing.
It's your son, Carlos Lima
gosh.
for 5. Hello to the best trio on YouTube today. Hope you all have had a great week. Let's get saucy.
Ooh.
Thank you, Carlos. Yeah, just a few more and we'll get into it because I'm sure people are going to be super chatting like while we and I don't want to miss those like while we're doing the talk. Mazda Salamanca for 99 cents super sticker. I don't know what it was. But thank you, Mazda Salamanca.
I've got another one.
Oh, he's not done, guys.
This is the interviewer who's been talking to them a while at this point, and I can't remember what comment he made, but it was some random, like complete random flirty thing with a Karen Sweat, and then she says,
Wow, you really are in love with him.
Yeah.
Hold me.
I've been
look at
third
his
wheeling
eyes.
all day.
Oh,
That
just
was-
keep me over here.
that is how all the interviews go, and they all know, and it becomes like, I mean, all the interviewers know. He flirts with Karen Sweat all the time.
It'd be different if it was like once in a while, like joking, but like doing it in every interview. I still
No, it's constant.
It's,
It'd be like, what
it's
food
just
do you
odd,
like?
I guess, but they'd probably
Yeah.
be told to do that.
I was gonna say devil's advocate. Do you
No,
think
I
he was
don't think-
told to do that?
Yeah, I
No,
think
because
so.
Karen Sweat doesn't reciprocate it anyway. Like Holt is, oh no, he's the one that does it all the time, and Karen Sweat kind of plays it off, whatever. But it's not mutual like that. It's not like all the rest where this shipping thing. You're like, okay, they're just like him and Rachel are all over each other like a rash to the point where it's weird because they're supposed to be acting. Obviously that's PR and they're told to. I think Holt's just doing this off his own back. There's no marketing reason why he should just be like, whoa.
Maybe, Maddie. All right,
It's
couple
like
more.
I breed
then we'll
him.
get into
It's
it.
like,
Wade, thank you for the 199. Love your glasses for a
Beautiful
beautiful woman. Thank you. I'm blind. I need them. Shane, for 10 euros. Disparu, where does the script come from? Jeremy or Gary? I assume Gary.
I'm assuming this is in response to what I said about the materialist when I said I knew the script. I don't mean the literal word-for-word script. I mean, I know the entire events of the thing. I know who she chooses, know anything about it. But that's just from the reviews. You can go online and read all the articles about it. I put one in my video about Pedro, where it says who she chooses and why, and the events of the movie. Everybody, like, it's all out there publicly in the media. It's not, like, leaked or anything. You can just Google it.
Okay.
This is why it feels as if the movie's out, because loads of people have seen it, and they've said what it is. Like, I don't know if anyone cares about spoilers for it, but Pedro...
Probably not. Oops, I didn't mean to click on that. Hold on, Mongoose.
Pedro's character attire.
That's it.
It's
That's all
also-
he's got.
It's... Well, like, you said no spoilers, so I don't know. I can't say anything about spoiling it.
Yeah.
It is, but it has very the romanticy stuff. They know what that audience wants.
Yeah,
And,
I guess so.
People are very annoyed at the movie.
I'm not gonna go see it, so I don't care about spoilers. Mongoose, thank you for gifting a membership. And then Gary Thomas for 10 says, you're talking about Sarah Paulson, who was a lesbian. I knew I thought so. And a GILF hunter.
Like Granny?
Granny, yeah.
Wow.
She's with a woman 30 plus years older. Also, just for
Oh,
I
wow.
started reading
I was joking, but that was true.
Damn.
I started
I had
reading
no
the
idea.
Wheel of Time series. I like what I've read so far.
Wow.
Yeah, Wheel of Time, this is why it was so weird when they said the first book, like, oh, you can't adapt the first book. The first book is written as a TV series. Each chapter ends on a cliffhanger. Like, that was when I knew that Rafe Judkins couldn't write television.
So, we'll get to the Superman review now. Let me see. What am I going to pull up? We'll pull this up.
Oh, but yeah, with Wheel of Time, later on it starts as, this is why it was always funny when people got annoyed when I said the story's about 3 men. But it is about a boy becoming a man, and later on you go through the entire sort of development of masculinity, and it's why it's so funny when people are like, Superman's masculine. It's like, eh.
Okay, so this was, when did this come out? Was this today? No, it's the 11th. This was yesterday. Oh, so it's probably more now.
Scroll up. Let me see.
So Superman opens with 22.5 million in domestic previews, the biggest preview night of the year so far.
I think
So
it's Wednesday and Thursday, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, so it's probably going to be...
Yeah, it was Tuesday. Tuesday was the Amazon previews, then they included Thursday. I think it was like 18.5 on Thursday, but they added in the Tuesday up to 22.
So everyone that's going to go like immediately to go see this are big Superman or just DC fans, but definitely like the big Superman fans, and then people like, or reviewers, people like us. So overall, I'll let Disparu, because I'm sure he's got like a lot to say on it. I'll make my review on it kind of short. I just saw it yesterday. It was not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I think the discourse is just nuts. That's why I made this the Thunderdome title, because I'm like, it's so like, if you like it or dislike it, people are just like at each other's throats, and I'm like, I don't get that, but again, it's the internet, so it's going to be like that. Like I said, I didn't hate it, but it's not my favorite. As far as Superman, Dean Cain is still my favorite live action Superman, but if we're gonna go with film, it's still Christopher Reeve, in my opinion, that portrayed the best film Superman. This I'd give like a 6 or 7 out of 10, because it had decent moments and some of the cinematography was nice. I went in expecting it to be just so much worse than it was, though, and I thought it was going to be oversaturated in James Gunn humor, which of course it was in there, but it wasn't as much as I thought it was going to be. I thought the whole movie was just going to be like Guardians, where it's all jokes. There were a couple moments where it's like, let it sink in, like let that moment sink in instead of making a joke. But then again, that's what James Gunn does. So, yeah, I didn't hate it, but it's not my favorite Superman movie. And also the Snyder bros that are freaking out, I was never like super into that one either. I think Henry Cavill wasn't given like the best script, that he could have been an amazing Superman, but the script, like, and I know the Snyder bro, you can throw your tomatoes at me, guys, I'm sorry. I don't hate that one either, but I don't rate that one super high either. I wasn't into the darker Superman. I know a lot of people were. So I'm not like on either side of that with like the Snyder bros and then the James Gunn people. I'm just like in the middle, like, yeah, whatever. They were fine. Didn't hate them. That's pretty much my review on this. I wish they would have done a bit more with Rachel Brosnahan's Lois. Like, let her. Oh
God, really?
Yeah, I like her. I like Rachel Brosnahan, but not like the way she was written, because that's how Lois is. Like, if you read the comics
way too much,
and you watch, no, I mean, like, not that she was in it too much, but I wanted more of like the Lois Lane.
I would have liked Amy Adams' version of Lois, but with Rachel Brosnahan in it.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to touch on too. David and Rachel, they're like, when they were kissing, it was hot. Like, they had good chemistry. But
that's what I mean.
And
when
Henry did not.
When you say you want more Lois, do you mean more Lois on her own, or more Lois interaction with Superman or Clark?
Lois interaction with Superman on a more human level.
Yes,
because I like the human aspects of their interaction, not the Lois and Superman interview. Like that took me away and out of it personally.
Yeah, I would have preferred to see more of them. Some of the scenes, they felt kind of like rushed with them. They could have done way better with that. Like, again, like the Dean Cain, like Terry Hatcher and Dean Cain, they were great together as Lois and Clark. Like, even like I never liked Amy Adams as Lois Lane. I like her as an actress, but she did not fit as Lois, and her and Henry had no chemistry. So it's like a plus for this movie that I docked from the Snyder movies was that I do think that they had good chemistry, Rachel and David, but we didn't see enough of it on the screen.
We've seen They have better chemistry in real life on the red carpet and in interviews than in the movie.
Than in the movie.
It's
Besides
so
the
weird.
kiss at the end. Yeah. Besides that.
Would that
Yeah.
is the, I thought Lady Gravemaster actually made a good point about that. Their chemistry is all physical. It's all in touching. The
Yeah.
moment they start having a conversation, it's gone instantly.
Well,
They start yelling
I
at
think
each
it's a bad script that they got because I think if we
Yeah.
actually saw dialogue of them being an actual couple,
Yeah, and they were
it
only
would have been
together
cuter.
3 months at this point too, right? So I would have liked to see them like we seen in the show, the Superman and Lois show, even the one on CW, but that one they were already together. I kind of liked that one actually, but we
Well,
seen
when a
in the
guy
Dean
says-
Cain and Terry Hatcher show that it was before she knew he was Superman, so like it's a show, so obviously they have way more time to develop the characters and everything. But we've seen them get to that point, and they're only 3 months in, so it's like still new, but like
well, it's not
I
because he
wish we
said
could
I
have
love
gotten
you.
more.
And
Oh, I
when a guy
know.
says I love you to a girl, your immediate reaction to it shouldn't be why. It's like
Wait, what's
she
worse,
seems to be quite an
chat?
arse.
Why? Thanks? Or what's the other one?
Or saying nothing. Oh,
Well, yeah, because I'm not on about from her perspective. I'm on about from an outsider looking in.
yeah.
It's like I love you, and you're like, yeah, but why though? She doesn't seem like a nice person to you at all. And I think one of the things that people like with the
And I
the
wish we saw that.
when you have to judge the person for Superman, you have to remember he's pissing Superman.
Yeah.
Like, his choice, his pool of eligible women is every single woman on Earth. It's like it's not like he has a limited selection. So if she's just being an arsehole, you have to be like, yeah, but why though?
I think if we saw just them celebrating the 3-month whatever anniversary, I thought that was really cute that he wanted to make food for her, albeit maybe his favorite food for dinner. And then do that interview not on that night.
No, not
Let's-
on your anniversary night.
Yeah, that was such a strange choice. So
But again, it was just them like they rushed through a lot with the movie, and they didn't let things like sit for a minute. Like if there was an emotional scene,
this almost felt like 2 movies. It should have been part 1 and part 2.
they should have done that. I would have preferred that to like develop the characters more. I liked Jimmy Olsen. I'm actually glad that they
Really?
didn't. Yeah, I like Jimmy Olsen. He was fine. I mean, he wasn't in it like. I mean, he was in it a lot, but not like. If they
His
would have.
entire character was everybody finds me attractive, even though I'm a dog. That was the point of his character.
Well, the
that
way
was
he
the joke.
portrayed Jimmy, I thought was fine. Because he's like just like a little dork, but that's why they also kind of
Yeah, but so
highlighted
why
on it.
did
Like,
everyone
this
like
is
him,
your
though?
ex. How did you get this? Like, because
There
he's supposed
were
to be this
people
little
on the other
nerdy
side of the room.
dork.
It's like he's so hot, and then it pans over to him, and the point is that he's ugly. That's his role in the
You
movie.
know what?
He is the
Maybe-
ugly guy that gets the women. And I'm
maybe
like,
he's
can
like
this be
Pete.
expanded on? Can he have like a reason? Could we see like a personality, or maybe he's successful in something, or maybe he's the guy with the hypno glasses? That would have been
Disprove.
funny if it turned out
Disprove.
he actually used the hypno glasses.
Maybe he has a big dick.
Then put it in the pissing move, not literally, but at least reference it in the
Bro,
movie.
just Bru. That
Look, no,
We
this
should be
is
doing
28 years
interviews with that. No,
later.
I'm
This is not 28 years later.
He's the Pete Wentz of
Now, the interesting,
Metropolis.
the interesting thing about this is obviously the customer reviews basically can't be trusted anymore because you have to go through Fandango, which doesn't even exist in my country. I don't know.
Samesies, right?
I don't know why people pre-order tickets. That's weird to me in the first place. So I don't even. I ignore
I buy a
this
day
now.
of usually.
Exactly. But if you don't buy through Fandango, you can't do it on there. So the critics is actually more interesting. That's been dropped. It started at 91. As more reviews rolled in, it's now 82. And if you click top critics, it's 72.
Wow.
So
It's
I
changed
know
a
everyone-
little. Yeah.
I know everyone is like, oh, it's really well liked. This is only 6 out of 10. So 72% of people would give it a 6 or above.
Yeah, that's what I said. I'm like 6 or 7. Like I probably would land more on a 6 because the thing is, I went
Yeah,
into
but
this
1 in 3
thinking that it
people
was
give it
gonna
a
be
5 or below.
Yeah,
Like-
well, it's so mixed. Like the internet is like going nuts over this, but I think a lot of like the actual discourse is the Snyder Bros and like the people that really like this movie, which is fine.
Snyder
Like,
versus Gunn.
yeah, which is like they're two different takes. It's the same, but this happened, after Dark Knight versus Batfleck, right? Like that's another thing. I wasn't actually really into the Ben Affleck Batman, but that's because I don't really like a Batman that
his
kills
Batman.
people.
I
Yeah.
I don't think I ever. I think it's probably because I'm not a comic book guy, so I'm not as connected to it. I see it more as like, is it justified? So, Batman is just a guy. There's going to be situations where he just can't save people. Like it's beyond his power, and so collateral damage is going to happen. Superman's obviously more powerful, but I don't really have a problem with the Snyder thing, where it's like, would you rather innocents die or this guy dies? Well, that guy.
Yeah.
So I don't really have a
No,
problem
I
with
get
that
it. I get it, but I don't know. I mean, my growing up, like Michael Keaton was my first introduction to Batman. The best Batman ever is, you know,
George Clooney. No, I'm kidding.
Bat nipples. Kevin Conroy, but that's animated. Like for live action, it's still Michael Keaton for me, even though, you know, those are considered a bit on the campier side. But I think Kevin Conroy, Batman the Anime Series, and the Arkham games, perfection. Like great Batman. But for, on critic lists, this got decent, and it's funny when you scroll down too, because it's all over the place. Like I think heinous is the worst rating you can give, so it's like bogus, most excellent, heinous, rad, decent, bonus, decent, bogus, decent, rad, decent, most excellent, rad, decent, bogus, decent, like bogus, heinous, bogus. Like it is all over the place.
Now, okay, so I have a feeling, and will this actually come to fruition? I'm not sure. So when I came out of this movie, I still like it. Okay, overall, I don't love it. Rewatchability is the thing I have in question. This kind of feels like The Force Awakens. I watched, you know, well, that's the 7th one, right? 7th Star Wars, whatever, the first of the sequels.
The first of the new
whatever.
trilogy.
First of the sequels.
I just go by numbers, to be honest. I don't care about the
I
titles.
was like, okay, I liked it, but I never had an interest of watching whatever came next, because the story, for whatever reason, which I understand more so now than I did back in the day when I wasn't in this, like, you know, nerd space, it doesn't, I don't think it'll appeal to normies in the long term. It doesn't stick with you. I don't think the story lands. I think that ending, the arc of Superman was to find out that he was human all along. Okay, I think there's better ways to kind of explain that. That little speech that he had at the end in,
the speech was awful.
It was awful.
Yeah,
it was undercut by crypto. And then he talks about this.
Lex's speech in that was also awful, and just as Lex was about to start turning it around, Dog comes in.
Yeah, and it's just like, okay, that rushes it. The jokes ruined that moment when that was probably your most powerful part. It was culminating into this, what should have been the home run, take home message, and it just failed. I actually really liked the movie up till then, and it's just like, well, do I want to watch another movie that's like this again? Probably not. And that's how I felt with the 7th movie in Star Wars.
Well, okay, so I have a question for you. James Gunn, one of the few things he actually said concretely about this movie is that it was about kindness. Where in this movie was any message about kindness?
Superman was kind to almost everyone, if not everyone.
Well, he saved people's lives, but this is supposed to be the theme of the movie. Like, because he even said that kindness will divide people. Some people will hate kindness, and so because of that, they'll hate the movie.
But they didn't really portray that very well.
No, they had like a couple throwaway lines, like when Lois is like, you know, I don't trust anybody, and you trust and love everyone. I think that's exactly what she says.
He's very trusting. Like he told a secret to everyone about who he was, even to the Justice Gang.
Yeah, Justice Gang. So there was, you know, like I said, I thought it was going to be completely oversaturated with James Gunn humor, and it was a relief that it wasn't. It could have been way worse. There was a few that could have been gone.
It's a kids movie. I don't think it's a kids movie. I think James Gunn is a child. I think it's the same as Taika Waititi. No one because a kids movie would be like Monsters Inc.
I love Monsters Inc.
But that's a kids movie. It's just meant for kids. Whereas Superman for a start should be aimed at adults, but if you want to bring in kids, you would make it a family movie.
Yeah,
this is a family movie.
Well, this compared
they say kids movie because it's so basic, soulless, with no theme, and just really low IQ jokes.
Monsters Inc. had a theme. family, friends,
No, but I'm saying this movie has there is no theme of this movie. There isn't hope. There isn't kindness. You don't come away feeling anything about this movie because it doesn't give you any kind of emotion. It's because there is no theme. There is no message. There is no morality. There is no story to it. I think the best thing I heard about this movie was in Gary's review when he keeps going, and then. It is scene, end. And it's like, yeah, but what are you exploring in it? Because James Gunn knows you have to do that. There was an interview where he said that the interview scene between Lois and Clark, which I have massive other issues with, but he said that was supposed to be looking at the idea that she thinks you should be able to kill people, and he doesn't. I don't think that came across in the interview at all. They didn't really explore that. All that was he assumes that she's going to be acting in good faith, and she's a bitch. And she didn't act in good faith at all. And that's why he's like, why are you acting like this? It didn't make any sense between the two of them. And I thought they would use that scene to be like, okay, Clark, you're going to go out there, you're going to talk to journalists, they're going to try and stitch you up. I need to teach you how journalists behave. And then she does that act. But it's because she's PR training him. And that's not what happens in the movie. And that's the only way you can get across it. Because otherwise, she's just being a cow to him for no reason whatsoever. And then he doesn't learn anything because he's like, you can't use bits of that. And she's like, yeah, I know. So he doesn't learn any lessons about it either. It's not like, oh, I won't do that to other people because I know they'll use it. No, it's like, I like certain scenes of the movie, but all the scenes seem unrelated. And there was no, I think you need some kind of morality or emotion or some kind of theme to tie it all together. And I think that's the difference between people that like it. Everyone crapped on Jurassic Park, and I'm like, yeah, it's a monster movie. Like, no, it needs to be a proper film. It's like, well, this isn't. And same people
Did you
that
like
hated
Jurassic Park?
like that.
I didn't see it. Are you talking about the new one or just like in general Jurassic Park?
The latest one.
Did you like it?
I like Jurassic Park more than most people in F&T seem to. My main issue was it was trying to be a proper film. And that led it to be dragged out over far too long. Whereas if they just embraced being a monster film where dinosaurs killed you, kept it... Basically, if they made it Jurassic Park 3, where we're going to an island, there's dinosaurs, we're dying, it's over, then it would have succeeded at what Jurassic Park is. And they tried to be Jurassic Park, the first movie, and they don't know how to. So you ended up with all these pointless scenes that didn't go anywhere, a random family that shouldn't have even existed, and a movie that was too long, rather than just dinosaurs killing people. So I think it kind of failed.
Curious. I didn't see it yet. I want to see it. I like the Jurassic Park movie, so I'm going to eventually watch it.
I think the parts with the dinosaurs eating people are good dinosaur eating people parts.
Dinosaur v Human was fun. I think the humans ruined it.
Yeah, it should have been cut down to 90 minutes, like Jurassic Park 3 was. And if it had, it would have been a good monster movie. I think their problem is they try to be serious and make a point. Where I think Superman's problem is the other way around. It needs to make a point.
It didn't.
Man of Steel made a point. And Man of Steel feels more like a Superman movie. And I can point out problems with that all day. Like, if your planet is dying, why are you sending up a massive spaceship with prisoners on it to punish them? You could use that ship to survive. What are you doing? Like, there's loads of problems in Man of Steel. But as the Superman bits, as Superman scenes fighting as Superman, and the story of a guy who's struggling, who overcomes things, who's an actual man, it's a way better theme than this. Whereas this Superman he's the kind of guy that if he did interviews, he'd talk about slutty glasses. He's that kind of guy. He's the kind of guy that would flirt with Nicholas Hoult in an interview. It's not the stoic, masculine, I'm the person that has to save the world kind of guy. He's the kind of guy that would break.
The entire movie. Like, he gets piled on. He doesn't have, like, a Superman moment that is just solo him. He gets congratulated. What was it? Ryan suggested starting out the movie with him just being Superman, saving people. And I think the downfall of him would have been a great story, and then you could have probably picked it up where we saw him.
If they had an arc where he was so overpowered he got overconfident and suddenly got his ass kicked, that would be an entirely different story.
And then that could be a very human element that he could have learned. I make mistakes.
Power levels
Hubris.
wise, he felt the same or weaker than any other member of the Justice Gang. He just felt like another member of them. And in fact, the way that they treated him and looked down on him and were willing to threaten him made it seem like he was weaker than them.
I think the way, so it's like they start, even when the movie starts, they start it in the middle of a story instead of giving us the beginning. Well, I don't know. I feel like that also messes with what actually was saying, like the rewatchability, because they could have made it a 2-part story and just.
Well, it didn't really start in the middle of the story. It was enough to know what was happening in the story with like the 3 centuries, 3 decades and whatnot. You were caught up with that, but it didn't start off a good story arc for Superman.
What the thing is, every day of your life, you meet people you've never met before who've been around for decades, and they don't have to tell you about themselves. You naturally pick that up by how they conduct themselves, and you decide whether you're going to trust them or whether you would accept them in this situation or whether you feel safe around them. Humans do this all the time, so I think that's just a job for the movie. I think that should just play out naturally through the course, the actions. And I think they have to do that because in the next movie, people will jump into that haven't seen this one. So every movie has to be a standalone piece of entertainment that, through the actions of people, tells you who they are. This is why in TV series, there's always a scene where they're like, well, I used to be your brother, but then I slept with your sister, and now we've got a kid together at 23 years. And it comes across really clunky, but it's all you need. And other people had a problem with the pacing. I didn't have a problem with the pacing. For me, it was the soul. It didn't have...
No, yeah, the pacing was all right.
Anything to tie it together. It's like, even if, because I can understand that with stuff like John Wick. I don't mind John Wick because the action scenes are great. The action scenes in this weren't particularly amazing. So you needed, like, if you want to be Hope, okay, do Hope. If you want to have it about kindness, well, do kindness. But it didn't do anything. It just kind of existed for a bit and then stopped.
Yeah. And the topic of it being like a family movie, I could see where people are saying that, like, but that they're probably comparing it to the Snyderverse, right? Where that it's more darker. But I would say if you're gonna go for like kids watching this, I would say like preteens, because there is a couple lines in there. There's some swearing. There's the scene where Guy's like flipping them off when he goes to end the war, and he's got the big Green Lantern middle finger, and that's fine probably for older kids, but I don't think most parents want like their single-digit kids seeing stuff like that when they take them to a Superman movie. Not that it's the most vulgar thing in the world, but there's most parents don't want their little kids seeing that stuff.
I've never really thought of a Superman as a child's property in the first place. Really.
I mean, it could be like kids could watch the Christopher Reeve one. That one's totally fine to watch, but it's a great
really have
Superman
a problem with
story.
Like 8-year-olds watching this particularly. I don't know what I would have seen Christopher Reeve stuff on the TV.
Yeah.
And whatever wage I watched it, I wouldn't have had a problem with them watching this as such. I don't know. I think with kids and stuff, I'm a bit different in that it's not so much like swear words they stuff in here, so much as you teach them to have the filter and that you don't say it. That's the way I was always raised. Like, I have a filter I can turn on and off, and I'll either swear or not.
Yeah, I grew up around a bunch of Italians. There was a lot of swearing around me.
You were just knocking over vases all over.
Yeah, if it's not swearing, it's the arm movement.
Yeah. Like putting holes in walls. Mama, not
knocking
again.
over dishes, drinks.
Lots of spilled cups. But yeah, like overall, like I've been paying attention kind to the discourse. I do think some things were maybe a little bit like exaggerated, but people like me, they were going in this ready to hate it, and I didn't, but it wasn't groundbreaking. There was parts about it that I did like there's a couple moments, like scenes that I liked, but we saw this one in the trailer, like when he protects that little girl from getting hit. That looked really cool, especially on the big screen. And the one scene where he saves the person off the bridge and then he comes up and there's just like smoke around him, it looked cool. Not all of it did. Some of the CGI was like, but
there was a lot of bendy people in this.
A lot of bendy people.
Like a leg will just be over there and it'll stretch really weirdly. Like, wait,
maybe it was the fisheye cam. I'd be curious.
Well, it's the CGI, but the fisheye cam definitely doesn't help. Yeah. But that was my other issue. Like Lois is. I've always seen Lois's reason as she is the reason. Because there's a great bit. People can crap on the Snyder movies, but it does have some really good moments. One of the things I always remember is in. I don't know if it's in. I've never seen the Abrams cut. I've only ever seen the Snyder's cut. But there's a bit in that where like if Superman comes round, like, why is she here? Like, why is Lois here? So, because if he comes round, like an angry god, and she's not here, we're all dead. And, like, they all respected the power of Superman. It's like, she's the only one that can stop him. And it's like, yeah, it makes sense for Lois to be the kind of the driving emotional force of the reason why this guy that could conquer Earth at any second doesn't. And it's like, he protects the world because she's in it. And that seems, like, kind of powerful. Whereas in this, it's like, no, we can't do that. So she's got to go around and fly around. And she's got to be the person that puts Lex away for no reason whatsoever. In the ship that's flying around doing absolutely nothing. And her role in this, when she's not around clock, is largely pointless and should have just been cut. She's just in the movie too much for no reason. And it's just because they're like, well, she's got to be an equal... She's got to have Lois as an equal character to Superman. It's like, but she isn't, though. She's not that important. She exists to drive Superman forwards.
Yeah,
she's
his
emotional reason for being. Yeah, and that's the Lex story that I like, is that this guy, this alien who could conquer Earth, he says he's good, but we don't know if he is, and I don't trust him. So I need to control him. I need to take him down. That's way better than I'm just an emotional, whiny, envious git, and I know it. So I'm fragile masculinity personified. I hated the Lex portion of it, and in their conversation, he was losing, and Superman's thing about I'm human. No, you're not. You're an alien. Like you will have genetic behavior as an alien, even if you're raised in America. You'll still have genetic behaviors of it there, and it is a case of saying that you're weak, fragile, and scared isn't a superpower. Like, if anything, you should be doing it the other way around. The thing of where Superman is so powerful, he's constantly restrained. He's like, I could break anything. I could pick up a cup and smash, like, the entire building down. So I'm always controlled. I always have to restrict myself. I'm living in a world of cardboard. And you're the only person I've ever been able to use my entire power on. There's, like, something to that feels powerful. And whereas in this, he's like, no, I'm scared and I'm weak and I'm fragile and pathetic. It's like, that's not a superpower. That's you being pathetic. And your emotional weaknesses aren't a strength, no matter how many you say they are. And so Lex could have got him on that. He could have called him on that. And just as he was about to, like, launch into the next thing that was hopefully not I'm a whiny cow, the dog comes in. And I hated the dog.
I do think they used the dog way too much. I get that was supposed to be,
the dog was
like,
okay till about halfway through the movie, and then it kept appearing.
Like, the dog should have been up till the river, I think.
I hate the river scene as well. Why can't he get out the pissing river? I know people are like, well, the sun. It's like, yeah, but he just blew himself out of a black hole. Why can't he fly? Like, so, and then you've got the dog. Is like, oh, isn't it funny? You can't conduct a dog to pull him somewhere. Well, why didn't he fly? Why didn't he swim to the end then?
Well, that was just James Gunn trying to insert the dog wherever he could.
This would have been a better scene with Ta-Nehisi Coates' movie.
What?
It's a deep cut.
Oh, okay. I'm probably not going to understand.
Yeah,
that was the Black Superman.
Because they were headed for a black hole, right?
No, it's because he can't swim.
Oh, he's like, no, it's worse.
Well, neither could this Superman, so it's fine.
That entire scene, I'm like, just fly out of it. Like, you can't say, well, he doesn't have the sun power to fly when he has the sun power to blow himself out of a black hole. It's so ridiculous.
I just like Crypto at the beginning. I thought that was a fun scene, even though he was kind of beat up. And then, after that, there should have
not a character arc.
We should have been like that should have been like, okay, the dog tried to protect the robots and whatever. And
I hated the robots. I liked Alan Tudyk. I think he's a great actor. I think he has a great voice.
I love him.
So I think he's great casting for this kind of thing.
Is that Gary?
Gary.
Yeah, the robot voice. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
When you're doing things like you've got a robot on the floor who's ramming a screwdriver into his own head, and then he's like, "Don't worry, I fixed myself." Like, ramming a screwdriver into your own face? There were so many weird things where I'm like, I'm assuming that's meant to be funny, but it just isn't, so it seems weird. I don't know.
Yeah.
I would have preferred Tudyk in the movie, though, rather than as a voice actor, because I think he's awesome.
That would have been cool. I love him.
Need to see this movie again to see if there is rewatchability, because I think that's the test.
Yeah, I kind of want to go see it again, too.
Maybe not in theaters.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll probably wait.
I've
It's
seen
gonna
it
come
twice.
to. We know it's gonna come to streaming like fast. It'll probably be on HBO Max before the year's over. That's where DC stuff goes. But yeah, no, I agree with you on that. Like maybe watch it again and be okay. Like there's a couple of things that like really giving anything away, like a cameo from a certain Superman's son that I was like, oh, that was nice to throw that in. I don't know if you guys know that
I didn't catch that.
the reporter like in the beginning is Christopher Reeve's son.
Oh, I
What
had
was
no
the point
idea.
What was the point of Hawk Girl in this movie?
I didn't like her.
The scream.
She's
I
kind of
didn't like her
annoying.
screams.
Mm-mm.
It was horrible, but also there's a significant point at the start of the movie, in the interview actually, about who are you to have the right to interfere in various different political affairs? You're acting on behalf of America. You don't have the right to do that. All this kind of stuff. And all he
And
did
then
was stop.
kills
He
him.
stopped a war. They did a coup. They killed the leader of the country.
I'm not Superman, though. Okay.
Yeah, but it
I
doesn't
also
matter.
think-
You're leading a coup. So if
No,
he
that's
had
what
a
she
problem
said. I'm just repeating what
stopping
she
America, and she did that, and it is a case of when you see her on the red carpet, you're like, oh, I can understand why you were hired. And it's just
Well, that outfit was fire.
oh, the dress designer should have made the costumes for Superman. It would have been a good movie. But it is a case of in this, she didn't have any point in the movie, and if she was a TNA character, you could have at least understood it. Whereas
But they
in
didn't
this,
have
they
that.
didn't give her any. It was almost like she'd been cut from the movie as much as they could do. It was
maybe
so
She
Maybe
weird.
barely
she
had
didn't
any
work
dialogue. Like, oh,
Yeah,
I'd
she
rather
did, like,
just do
twice.
nothing. That's it.
Yeah, she was just sitting
Okay.
there like, I'm not gonna save anybody. Like, great hero.
And out of all of the characters, you have Mr. Fantastic or Nathan Fillion, and you choose Fantastic as the main person of that group to put in the
It
movie.
should have been Nathan.
So
Realistically,
weird.
not that I'm saying I didn't like Mr. Fantastic. He was actually
I don't
terrific.
like the actor, so I'm
I
not
like
Terrific.
him.
unbiased.
Yeah.
He,
He was
he's an
so good.
arsehole that goes around constantly just whining about his skin color. I can't stand the book.
Oh, as the actor, I mean, the character
Yeah.
Mr. Terrific was fine.
He,
like,
he's
I
had
liked
a
him.
chip on his shoulder ever since X-Men, and he will not shut up about it.
Which
Who
one
was
was
he?
he in X-Men?
Yeah.
There's in I can't remember which X-Men movie it is, but he's the guy that evolves. So if he's
Let me
underwater,
see.
he gets gills, and then I think it's the first one where they're all young. I think he's in that one. And so someone puts like a nuclear bomb essentially inside his mouth, and he's just like, evolve that, and then he dies. And ever since then, he's got annoyed because he's like, the black guy dies first trope is so overdone. We shouldn't be doing this.
Then why
My
did you
part
take
in
the
this
role?
movie-
Wait,
my,
did
my
he take?
part in, yeah, he took the role.
Wait, look at
he's like-
this.
He's like,
Sure.
I tried to push back on it. And it was, he says, this movie is actually resetting the power balance of what it is, because this is like a redemption arc for him. I was like, you just, he can't go through an interview without talking about his skin color. It's
He's
pathetic.
not even in the top cast.
Dang.
The robots make it
I mean,
before him.
He should be, because he is quite a major part of this movie.
I know, right?
So-
The robot, Gary,
And he has
Superman,
the
Robot
best part-
12, 5.
He has legitimately the best part of this movie as well. That scene where he's protecting Lois is just the best part of the movie.
Way down. What is he even on the list?
There he
Yeah,
is.
there he is.
There. Oh, he is so far down. Oh
Dang.
my God.
Was like
That's
the girl
actually a bad.
him
That's
before him?
horrible.
Oof.
Get thaggy. Yeah. So where is he in? What did you get? X-Men?
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
not on his list. Men.
He's like, take it
Not
off.
even
because
up
I
there.
die.
Okay, no, I've got the article that I was referring to, and this isn't the first time he's mentioned it. He's mentioned this
Right.
loads.
Okay.
I remember retweeting months ago when he said there's basically the same thing. So this scene stealer. Oh God, it's the Hollywood Reporter.
Here we go.
Explains how
Your
Mr.
favorite.
Terrific role atones for a broken X-Men promise. Convinced him to self-tape for Superman, even though he was reluctant to do so. Superman movies, or like superhero movies, they really hate us, don't you know? I've got a chip on my shoulder all the time about things. X-Men First Class he was in, agreed to play the highly adaptable regenerative mutant, voices his concerns. I called my agent to go, hey, listen, I have a problem with the fact that this character is the only black character in the film. So firstly, I would just go, sorry, we're taking her offer back, you're clearly a racist, piss off. Oh, he even says, aside from Zoe... Oh, I'm the only one
Is it
apart
because
from the
she's
others.
half? Like, we're not even counting the half?
I'm
That's
also
racist.
the only mutant who ultimately meets his demise halfway through the movie. It's 2009. He's held this grudge for 16 years.
That's dedication, man.
And
I'm
I
too
was
lazy
like,
for that.
killing the capital
kidding.
B black guy, the political version, is so played out. I can't do this. And they should
Then
have
why
just
did
gone,
he
look.
get the
Why did
freaking
he get the
role?
role then?
No, it's not up. No, I don't think it's up to him. I don't blame him. I blame them for not firing him immediately when he started bringing up his race. But bye. No, bye. We don't need you.
Yeah, that's annoying.
Bye.
I need that as clip. Effity bye.
They assured us that it was essential for the storytelling in order to motivate the mutants to avenge my death. And it was, in the movie. Him dying, they're like, okay, this does drive us forwards. So then he held a grudge for 16 years. They also intended to bring my character back, as they do in the comics. So I held on to hope that they would honor their word. But then when he didn't come back in Apocalypse, I knew it was done.
Okay, so he's hoping to have his role come back so that he can make more money or
Yes, and
representation.
then when it didn't happen, he started banging on about his skin color for the next 16 years.
It's dedication to the cause, I guess, or that cause specifically.
Initially resisted the idea due to a TV role he'd landed opposite De Niro.
If you have a problem being in this role, don't take it. I really don't understand these people who just hate what they've been given to them. Please just be gracious for even getting a part. You know, climbing up the ranks of being an actor is insane. The amount of work you have to put in.
Well, no. Being an actor requires a lot of work, depending on what you are. But if you're a privileged class, you get everything. And even says it here. So his second bite of the superhero apple means so much more, considering how he was treated in Fox's Marvel universe. But now, the pendulum has swung in the complete opposite direction. Now they all want him. Now he's top of the castle. Now his identity group leads the place. With X-Men First Class, the message I received as an actor and as a man of color in this world is that you can be the most powerful mutant in the world and they'll never let you. It's just, oh my god, I've got a chip on my shoulder. Whereas Mr. Terrific and Superman, the message I'm receiving is that you can be one of the most intelligent characters in the universe and you can help save the world. It's a different level of conversation. And he did not look at this and go, I can be intelligent. He looked at this and went, a guy that looks like me can be intelligent. Everything he does is all about how he looks in his identity group. And that's why I can't stand the guy. It's like, people are like, oh, he's a great actor. And I'm like, I don't really care. I know there's a lot of stuff where like, you need to separate the art from the art. Why? Why? He could just be replaced by anybody. He's unimportant and he doesn't matter. He's just another actor. If you're a horrible person, I'm more than happy for you to be replaced by a better person. Like,
This is why I don't like watching
acting isn't a rare skill. You're easily replaced. And if you want to hold on to the fact that, oh, I'm this identity group, I should have this. No, you shouldn't. And the fact that you think you're entitled to it and the fact you demand it is why you shouldn't have it.
Yeah, it's annoying when they do that. I look at like, separating the art. I agree with that, but it depends on like how bad they are and like things that they've
like,
done.
Why? Like
It depends on who it is.
They just
like,
lie on camera for a bit. If they're a
someone
horrible
like-
person, why reward them?
Someone like him, like if it's like a fantastic actor, like that's
not a
different. But
fantastic
he's
actor.
not. No, he's
His
not. I
character
liked
was,
his character,
I
and that
have
was
no
it.
emotion. Like
Yeah.
his acting role was not acting. The reason
Yeah.
people like him as a character isn't because of the actor. It's because of what the script he was given, which was you get the only superhero movie in the entire movie, the moment in the entire movie. You get the best moment, which should have been Superman's.
Yeah. No, I don't disagree with that. He should have.
Superman should have saved Lois. Lois should have been the damsel in distress because
Oh,
that's
yeah.
how you make movies.
Yeah, everyone loves that. That's like my favorite superhero movie is the first Spider-Man, and we get that when he saves Mary Jane and he saves
Oh.
New York, and like that scene is fantastic.
People really did not like me talking about this.
This, what the salaries?
And I am still correct. Well,
So-
everyone's like, well, Nicholas Hoult is more. Go on. I'll do
Well,
that.
reported salaries for Superman cast: David Corn spent $750K, same as Rachel Brosnahan, and Nicholas Hoult got $2 million. All three are in line for box office bonuses if the film performs. So, I mean, it would make sense for the lead.
Holt
right
is like also technically the lead in this movie.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, you would think that David Corn Sweat would be the lead, and then like Lois, Rachel is the second lead, but Lex
He's also
has,
the biggest star. as Psychotic Mongoose said.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Nicholas,
and I don't think that matters. And this is the point. I think that because people are like, well, this is the way it's always been done. Yeah, but the industry is in tatters. The industry, the way it's always been done, has failed. The industry needs to change. And it's things like this when people are like, well, more people know Holt. That's irrelevant. Like, how famous you are is utterly irrelevant to what you get paid in a movie. It doesn't matter how many people know you. It's how many people you will get into the cinema. And I would argue no one is going to this movie because Nicholas Holt is in it. They may like him, but they're not going to drive you into the cinema. You're not paying money to see Nicholas Holt. And so then it just comes down to what role you do.
Listen, even you said, like, watching, like, the trailers and stuff, you were like, I think I like Lex more. You're not supposed to like the villain more, but even I remember you saying that, Disparu, that you liked Lex more in, like, the previous stuff. Not saying that...
Out of the clips, I like Lex more. In the movie, I don't. Okay, so I like Lex up until the point where it revealed his motivation as just a weak, pathetic, fragile masculinity bloke.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's I'm envious, and it's like you're a child. Like, this isn't a child's movie. It's a movie for it's a movie where the characters in it are children. It's like Lex's motivation was horrible, and you could have easily rewritten that one scene and made Lex an incredible villain. If you just given him different motivations.
And he was so close. It's the same thing with Corn Sweat, though, realistically. Same thing with Lois. They all could have been better. It was a great cast.
I have no problem with the casting or the actors. And the only thing the marketing did is it made me like those three people. Because it was all personality-based. Really like them as people.
Yeah.
But as far as the movies... So I'm happy. I'm like, I want you to do really well in other roles in other movies. This is the way I came away with all of it.
I do wish it was Superman that they did really well in those roles. But
It could have, but it was the writing. That was my thing from the beginning. I'm like, I like Rachel Brosnahan. She was great as a marvelous Miss Maisel, and that gave me hope that she'd be a great Lois. And then, I'm like, what is the writing?
What she got? Though.
Yeah, that's what I mean. All of them did good with what they got, but the writing just wasn't fully there. Like, again, I didn't hate the movie. I give it like a 6 out of 10. So it's just that I went in there ready to just like think that it was going to be just start to finish absolutely horrible, no good scenes, and that wasn't what it was in my opinion. But it could have been so much better. This could have been a great superhero movie, like one of the better ones in a long time. And this is also the movie that's setting off Gunn's DCU. So I think it's doing well, though. I don't think the numbers are bad for it, and they're just going to go up.
It's not going to make money, but it's meant to launch a universe. You can argue, does it matter if it's meant to launch a universe? I would argue yes, because what this movie does will be the high point for the rest of the DCU. There is no other character in DCU that will beat this one. It's maybe Batman, but they're not doing a Batman in this universe. They're doing a different Batman, so it's unrelated. So I think that's more what matters. It's just a sign of what happened to other movies that happen. It's with things like this where I kind of hate the way interviews are done, because I wish someone would just ask James Gunn. It's like, yeah, but what's like once they'd seen the movie, it's like, yeah, but what's the theme of the movie though? It's like, it's kindness. It's like, well, that's not in the movie. Where is it? Where is hope or kindness or any kind of thing? And it's like, well, what is it's envy, so you shouldn't be envious. It's like, well, why would he be envious? It's like, why is Superman being a human a good thing? He's not supposed to be. He's supposed to be better than a human. There's so many weird points that I almost wish the marketing continued after the movie when the interviewers had seen it, and they'd be like, yeah, but what do you think of this? Like, someone would actually ask him about the flaws so he could explain his reasoning. Like, we don't get that, unfortunately.
Yeah, what were your thoughts on the Supergirl thing?
I think Melissa Benoist in CW is better.
Yeah, I never watched that.
Me neither.
I kind of like the costume, but again, CW's costume is better at the start.
I think, okay, no, I think Millie Alcock is fine.
Yeah.
But what we saw didn't make me want to see Supergirl.
I've never seen I'm not a big like Supergirl fan to really like dive in to know her lore, but I've never seen any portrayal like that before, like her being like that. So
she was
like,
a party girl,
yeah,
like from university. Yeah. Oh my god, I want to go party.
The thing is, I see people go, well, in the comics, who's this? It's like, yeah, but from what I don't know any comics, but from what I know about comics, there's loads of different stories, and probably basically anything has existed in the comics at some point. They just change these characters all the time and completely reset everything. So, not knowing the comics, I'm more like what makes a good story, and I don't think introducing your character like that makes people like her. I think you can get away with that if they like the character first. So if she'd been in the movie, and then we'd seen like a drunken scene of her where she's calling Superman a bitch or whatever, I think she could get away with it. But where she comes in and immediately insults the guy you're meant to like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how they could have introduced her that would have made us been like curious, excited, and I think that's
Her
the problem.
saving him.
They made it too many jokey moments, and that was a complete jokey. I did like how Crypto was with her. I thought that was kind of funny. Okay, ha 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 ha. That guess that's why he's not a good dog. But you know, not interested. And I think this is why I say the next movie probably is not going to do as well.
No, because like the
Or in fact,
excitement for it is gonna die down now that this has come out, and it's, you know, I mean, a lot of people did like it, but it's also, I think, just like the overall consensus is like mid.
You make Supergirl a TNA character. I don't know why Hollywood is so against it. It's the same reason that Black Widow's character should have been an earlier character. If Black Widow was the character that she was when she was first introduced into the MCU, and it was all made for male gaze, people would have gone and seen it. That's what you do with Supergirl. It's such an easy win, but they won't do it. But the way you introduce her in this movie is she's in trouble and Superman saves her. And you introduce her that way, and you make her be likable. And then once you like her, then she can do the party girl thing. The thing is, the party girl stuff is difficult to get away with around sober people and around people you don't know. Because a drunk person to a random stranger just seems like an arsehole.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't like you, you're acting weird, you're a dangerous person. Well, it's like, no, you're like a danger because, well, especially if you're superpowered, I don't know how you're going to react. You're an unknown quantity, and you're clearly on something. So I just want to get away from you. And in this, they introduced her as basically every single thing a superhero shouldn't be. So she can't look after a dog. She doesn't discipline anything. She goes and gets drunk and leaves like a world which is in danger, for her own pleasure. Then she comes back, randomly destroys a building as soon as she's there. So she's out of control with all the superpowers, and then doesn't respect anyone. She insults people and leaves. It's like, well, you're kind of making a boy's character. And
she sounds like, well, is that Doctor Strange? That's kind of how he started, except his hand's broken, you know, that little arc there.
Yeah, but he immediately suffered consequences, so he just drove off a cliff.
She's not exactly suffering consequences. Yeah.
This is also, and people are like, oh my god, sexism. But men can get away with the drunken party guy a lot more than a woman can get away with a drunken party girl. When he drinks and he's a womanizer and everything, it's like based. But when she does it, it's like, oh, no, really? You're supposed to save me? No. I don't think that's... And if that's the way she's going to be in the movie, like, you should not have a Supergirl movie where she acts like, was it Chuck? Will Smith when he was a superhero.
Oh,
Hancock.
Hancock. Yeah. I don't think, if that's the movie they're going to make, I don't think that works.
No,
with
not
someone
for
that's not
her.
a bloke.
No.
Yeah. Because people will not give you the same leeway.
No, not at all. But I think, I don't know, I guess we'll see. Like, guys are probably going to be excited. I've seen a couple people in the chat saying that, like, guys are going to line up to see her movie. So if that's
I was happy that she was still wearing the skirt and stuff, the Supergirl skirt, rather than what Supergirl turned into CW, where they made a big point of the fact she was wearing pants, as Americans say.
Oh, a pantsuit.
Oh god.
Weird.
No, there's an entire chant that they do that they celebrate an interview and like pants. Like she really wanted to wear trousers. It's like, no,
That is
you're a superhero. You're a woman. Wear a skirt. So at least they put that in. But
yeah. Well, before we switch off the DC talk, I decided to bring this up, and then I'll catch up on super chats, guys. Sorry, I know we're like way behind. DC's goal is to reestablish all its iconic characters and unite them in a new Justice League movie. The output aim per year: 2 live-action films, multiple TV shows, 1 animated show.
God.
And it's
I'll
like,
believe
it's
it when I see it, to be honest.
It's exhausting though if they do that, because it's like, aren't they paying attention to what's going on with Marvel? I mean, their shows aren't doing very well. I mean, they're still making money, so maybe they are paying attention and they're like, whatever, we're just going to do that.
This money plans for the future is too much. Let's do it a right now plan with what we got and react accordingly. You know, it just screams desperate at this point.
Well,
we've seen too many people plan for the future and then cancel.
Yeah,
that's more embarrassing.
To put it, no one cared about Creature Commandos. I think Gary's the only person I know that even saw it.
I liked it.
I've never heard anyone else talking about it.
I actually liked Creature Commandos, but not for like the regular DC characters. It was.
Do you know anyone else that's watched it though?
Just like 1 or 2 of my friends. Nobody like on the internet really. Like I haven't had anyone to like actually really talk to about it. So yeah, I don't think there's hype around it. No,
it's an animated show, which I think is tough to get people to watch as it is. Multiple TV, like this Superman movie would have been such a better movie if it was just Superman and Lex and Lois was there to motivate him.
Yeah,
that's what the movie should have been.
Characters.
They should have had
but they wanted to cram everyone else in because they're like, well, in one TV show, the Justice Gang is going to be there, so well, they've got to be in this movie. And so if you do this, every movie is going to be, well, we've got to set up the next ones.
Yeah, they're setting them up. It's just, I do think that maybe having them like at the end to come in and do some help, like when they go help him out when he's got his hands full, something like that. But like they didn't need to be a bigger part of the movie. I mean, I didn't mind them, but there was still too much just going on, which was another part of the problem for me. When you see a Superman movie, it's supposed to center around Superman. He's
very
supposed to have
bloated.
The most, yeah.
I think you can have like a secondary character if you want to launch a thing.
Yeah.
So I
Could have
think
just been Mr. Terrific at that rate.
I mean, yeah.
I don't really understand the hype. I couldn't like even if you had just the Justice Gang, then whatever. But like you would have had to cut Lois's part, which I would have done anyway. But I just think the thing is, you should make movies which are so good people want to watch your other movies. So it doesn't really matter if you introduce the characters. They want, oh, that DC movie was amazing, we're going to watch the next DC one. Because that's what Marvel had. People were watching Marvel movies. They weren't watching... Like, who would want to go and see an Ant-Man movie? It's a guy that goes small. People went to see that because of the Marvel brand, not because they wanted to see a guy that went small. And that's what DC needs. They need to build up the DC brand and like brand loyalty.
Start it like Iron Man did for Marvel, essentially.
Yeah.
But they didn't.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's going to see Peacemaker because the Justice Gang were in this movie.
They're doing a Peacemaker movie, right? They did the show. They're doing a movie?
I thought it was a season 2, but I could be wrong.
Oh, maybe season 2.
I thought it was season 2, too.
Probably season 2, yeah.
But the Justice Gang are in that, which is why they're in this. But I don't think anyone watches that because they've seen Superman.
Yeah. No. But yeah, see, the reviews have been everywhere. I said like a 6 or a 7 out of 10 for me. I didn't hate it. So, of course, like there's I'm going to nitpick at some of it, but I don't know. I guess we'll see. Yeah. I'll go see the Supergirl movie when it comes out. If it comes out, like I said, they plan for all these things that sometimes don't happen. I just don't think. I don't. My biggest thing with like on the internet was everyone like fighting over it. Like but me personally, I don't care if someone likes or just like something that I like or dislike. Some people were really going crazy on Twitter over this, but I think it was mostly people that like the Snyderverse stuff and they're like upset with people that think this is better.
I think it's also...
I don't know.
You know what people talk about? Well, if you watch bad things enough, something that's mediocre seems amazing. I think it works the other way around as well. Where if something is just not offensive, then they're like, well, it's mediocre. And my rating scale doesn't work that way. So if something doesn't entertain me, it's not a 5. Whereas I know a lot of people start at 5 and they go up or down depending on whether it pisses them off or whether they like it. So if it's just kind of there for 2 hours, they give it a 5. I'm the other way around. I'm like, you get a 0, and the more you entertain me, the higher it goes. And I think other people's rating scale kind of benefits this movie. It's like, well, it's not offensive, but it just kind of exists in front of you for a bit, and then it goes away. And they're like, well, it's about 6. I'm like, is it though?
And I think the thing is, it's entertaining enough comparative to what we've seen before with a lot of other superhero movies, and I think that's why it's getting a lot better score. And I mean, to its benefit as of right now, but it's going to be a fart in the wind in a couple months, maybe even weeks.
Yeah, I think the thing that amazed me is that Angry Joe gave it a 6. And he's a massive Superman fan, really loves it. He was having to go at people on Twitter and everything before it launched. If anyone was going to give it the most complimentary, beneficial score they could, it would have been him, because he really likes the character. He really, really wanted to like the movie. And I'm like, well, I don't like Superman as much as you. So it seemed like 6 really should be the high point. If, like, one of the biggest fans that really, really would have done anything to mark it higher. It's like, it's about 6.5. It's a 6.
Yeah, I wanted to like it, and I did, but I didn't think it was, you know, the best superhero movie that's come out. Like my favorite superhero movie is still Tobey's Spider-Man. So I haven't had anything that I liked more than that. Not that there haven't been good ones that come out since, what was it, like 2002? There have been, but
I was gonna say there's a ton that come out.
There's a ton that were really good, but like for me personally, that one's just my favorite. That's the, you know, but yeah, this was fine. I say to people, like I know a lot of people like to listen to their favorite reviews and then decide. If you're a Superman fan, I say go check it out and give it a go.
If you're
and
a
make
James
your own
Gunn fan,
that too.
I think it's more accurate.
If you're a James Gunn fan, but even if you are a Superman fan, like yeah, it's got its problems, but I overall enjoyed it.
You know what I did like? I know some people are on the pictures now. It's way oversaturated. No, I like the colors. I liked it being bright for once. I am fed up of whatever color grading has been in Hollywood for the last decade.
Shaky cam, bad CGI.
I didn't like the camera work in this, not just for the widescreen, but even in the scene everyone references with Mr. Terrific, spinning around Lois's face so you can't see the action going on. It is so Guardians of the Galaxy, and it feels awful.
Oh my God, it's like that James Bond. Or not James Bond, Tom Cruise movie, the last one, where it's on her face and you're like, I want to see what he's doing and kicking their butts.
I hated that moment. That was like something a low-budget TV series would do. It's like, we've run out of time. We can't film the action sequence anymore, so just pretend it's going on. Oh, I hated that. That's why I hate most about that movie, is just her face, just reacting to things where you know something better is happening. It is the ultimate women going, selfie! It's like your face is just covering up things more interesting than your face.
But Disbrew, selfies saved the day!
No, if you were going to have it on there, then it needed to be someone far more attractive and far younger than her.
I'm teasing.
It was like, if we're going to stare at a woman for 30 seconds while she pulls O faces, at least have her cleavage out.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah. I did think it was strange to have that in the trailer and to see that storyline come about to it being like the thing that saved them. It kind of worked with the story. But I wish there... what
movie are we talking about at the moment?
Superman. The influencer storyline.
I hated all of that. I don't think Lois should have been in it after the first... if Lois isn't interacting with Superman, she's pointless. I don't care about a character at all.
The point of her is her relationship with him, and we barely saw that.
Yeah, she doesn't serve any other purpose. She's just a random person. Like, she's utterly irrelevant.
And yelling at him.
I would have cut the entire Daily Planet stuff. Because it had nothing to do with the story. All the characters in it were stupid. I don't know why you had an entire thing about Jimmy Olsen being massively attractive when he looks like that. That's just crazy. And Lois's entire arc in that was utterly pointless and pathetic. To the point where Superman finds out in, like, a video that's online. He doesn't even talk to her about it.
I also found it really strange.
For that to be the way that takes down Lex.
Yeah, I found it really strange that Jimmy Olsen didn't write the article himself, even though he was a reporter and he was just typing what Lois was writing or saying.
I always forget what Jimmy Olsen is, because I think...
Isn't he a reporter too?
I don't know. Was it the TV series with Terry.
Chat, help us.
Was that the one? I always thought he was just like a messenger boy, but I could be wrong.
I mean, he had contacts. If you are not a reporter, why do you have contacts?
That's true. I don't. Yeah.
Oh, he's a photographer.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, I guess that makes sense. I guess. Okay.
But even in that, like, that should not be what takes down Lex. Like, I don't think. Did Lex and Lois interact in the movie at all?
I don't think so.
Yeah, they're not even in the same room.
No.
So why should she take him down in the movie? Oh.
The more you think about it.
Lois's entire arc. No, this is what I mean. This is why I said in F&T, I couldn't stand her character. Not only was she an arse in the interview scene, she was in the scene with Superman when the things in the background ruins the entire scene, so I didn't like that either. And then I hated every other scene she was in because it shouldn't be in the movie at all. And then she takes down Lex for no reason whatsoever when she's got nothing to do with it. And she takes all the credit because she happened to look at a photograph. I couldn't stand the character.
Hey guys, I still want to say just watch the movie if you want to watch it. It might be entertaining to you, even if it's a first time watch and only watch.
Look, whenever I don't really ever tell people whether they should or shouldn't watch it, but with me, it's always like if you share my sense of humor, the more I crap on something, the more you'll probably enjoy it. But I was just like, this movie kind of existed for a while and was really badly written, and I don't like James Gunn. And I've never really liked James Gunn stuff. I like Guardians of the Galaxy 1. And I think this movie just comes down to whether you like his stuff, really.
Yeah. First time watch, good. Second time watch, probably going to be bad. But maybe I should just only watch it once. A lot of modern movies I tend to watch only once.
Yeah, I'm not a big rewatcher on anything. This is why when people talk about stuff, I'm like, yeah, I saw it like 16 years ago. You want me to have a conversation about it?
Something even a month ago. So
No.
I do need to rewatch things.
This is like when people go, mark all of this film series in order. Like, well, I'd have to rewatch them all first to even judge them again. Especially as, like, when I watch something, if I'm not watching it to review it, I don't really think of it in that way to judge it on the quality. I just come away with a general sense of like or dislike. Certain things I watch multiple times would be able to put together. Like, I could rank the Matrix movies, but not a lot of series.
Okay, well, before we get into super chats, X-Ray actually has to step out early tonight,
I
so we're gonna say
know.
bye to her.
I have a thing tonight for you Torontonians who are probably not here, but wow, okay, I read something silly.
Oh, what do you have coming up?
Tomorrow, just the typical stuff. Crafts in the morning, Peak on Sunday Funday, and Neurotic Live and Rumble Forbidden Frontier with Raoul from Pillars of the Past. So watch out for that. That'll be really fun. And at some point, I will get back to streaming Expedition 33, which I haven't. So I apologize. I've been very busy. Yeah, life. Getting home sucks when you have a pile of paperwork to get through.
Yes. But yeah, we will have fun.
Andrew Matthews says my super chat. No. Okay.
Oh, hold on. Let me
Here.
find his super chat. Oh, you got it? Okay.
Andrew Matthews with 2 British pounds says X-Ray. Will you get Scrotox for Disbrew? I don't have balls to have Scrotox too, so no. There you go.
Oh.
Anyways, let's see you guys
Okay.
next time.
Bye, X-Ray.
Bye.
All right, let's catch up on supers here. Andrew Thomas for 10. Thank you, Andrew. I thought that the Superman movie was okay. I thought that the cast was great and had lots of good moments, but I couldn't stand some cringe moments, but I will still watch it again over at Pedro's Fantastic Four movie. Yeah, I feel like that's a general consensus. Like, I didn't think this was the best Superman movie, but it had some good moments, but it also had some bad moments. A few, like, of the James Gunn humor scenes could have literally been cut out and it wouldn't have made a difference in the movie. It's okay to have some humor, but I didn't think that it was oversaturated like I was expecting it to be. So that was a relief, but I still stand by like 6. We'll do 6.5 out of 10 because I'm like teetering between 6 and 7 for the movie. And I still stand by, like, if you're curious about it, just go see it for yourself. Southeastern Kaiju for 2. Saucy Blow stream. Yeah, sorry. We're super behind. I'm so sorry, guys. But yeah, X-Ray had to go, so we wanted to make sure we got the Superman talk out of the way. Ian for 50 pounds says, I can't believe you let Disparu win a hair competition. Well, I'm sorry, Ian. I'll do better next time. We'll do a rematch. Justin Martins for 5. Gary needs to update the Rings of Power Salon selective commercials to include Disparu now.
Look, it's just natural talent, Ian. I know the Scottish people are jealous of the obviously superior genetics which happen in the southern part of the country, but it's not my fault.
It's not his fault. Disparu 2025 is not my fault. I mean, there is this. Hold on. Since we have it, it's been a while. Where is it? Please. Oh, yes.
Oh,
Because I'm worth it.
There we go. We haven't played that one in a while. Okay. Where am I? Sorry. Thank you, Justin, for the 5. Shane, thank you for the 10 euros. Disparu, where's the Epstein list? But seriously, answer my earlier question. Well, we did. Sorry, we're just way behind.
What was his earlier question?
It was the script one. That was way before, like the super chat, like about the script.
I assumed you meant the script about the materialists. Which
yeah, well, we're way behind. This was an hour ago. So
okay.
yeah, and that was even like an hour and a half ago. That first question.
The funniest thing about that is something that was recently posted where he said he's the man that never dies. I thought it was an interesting comment.
Yeah. Weird. Saw, thank you for the 2. Hi, beautiful Wicked and X-ray girl. It is 118 in my work. 118 like degrees Fahrenheit, or wow. If that's what it is, Saw, I'm very sorry. That is hot.
I thought everyone else with those kind of temperatures had air conditioning. It was like,
you should. Yeah.
This is why we die. We just don't have it often enough to put it in.
You missed it. Ian said, how dare you let Disparu, or how could you let Disparu win the hair competition?
As that was on the screen.
Yeah. What's up? Hi, Mando A2, everyone. I see you guys. Gang's all here today. Shane, thank you for the 10 euros. I think that's just curious, I think. Disparu is even inventing reasons to hate it now. Oh, okay. I'm like, just curious. Oh my gosh. Lance for $4.99. Crypto was so bad he made me wish.
What was the theme of the movie? Like, people judge movies differently. So Mauler is very he thinks like logically about things. Everything has to be in its place, make sense, all follow on, and everything else. I'm less concerned, but I'll forgive that kind of thing. I'm way more about like what is the morality of something, what is the theme of something, what does it mean, what kind of idea is it exploring. And that was entirely missing from this movie. So it really does depend what you're after. If you just want superheroes on a screen,
you got it.
Then you'll like it. Lots of people like this movie. I'm not saying you shouldn't like it. If you like it, you like it. I just don't.
Yeah. Lance for $4.99. Crypto was so bad he made me wish Superman disguised himself as a Japanese man like the Golden Age and ate him. I wish Ultraman kicked him to the moon. Some people really did not like the Crypto CGI
I hated Crypto.
Was not the best. Like the moments where it was like a real dog, it was fine. Like it was a cute moment when he was like just laying on his chest, like when he got beat up again. Things like that were fine, but I get it. James Gunn loves his dog. I liked Crypto in the movie, but he was
James Gunn's dog.
That's what I mean. Like, I'm not saying that's okay. I'm not saying it's okay. He definitely put him in too much, but they're gonna sell a heck of a lot of Crypto plushies. I'll tell you that. It's gonna be Grogu all over again.
As we're on the theme of Japan and Superman.
Oh no! What?
I've got a thing that I saw earlier.
I'm scared.
This is Japanese cosplayers playing Superman and all the different Japanese. What happens if I? Oh, there we go.
There you go.
Whoa.
Whoa.
So this is all the different things, and they go through the best ones at the end. We get the gender swap ones, the dog, God. Lex, and then James Gunn himself.
He's like, let's be real. This was what the movie was about. James Gunn.
Yeah.
That's good.
This made me think. All I want now, just give the Japanese the IP for a movie. Just let them make a Japanese Superman movie full of Japanese people. Just see what happens.
I would love it. I would watch it, please. I would love that. Because watching, like, sometimes it's like some people might be like, oh, that's like racist or whatever. Like the way that the Japanese see like Americans sometimes, I think it's hilarious when things are exaggerated. I'm like, please give me more of that.
it's going to what I just said about why I like movies is like the theme. So different countries have different cultures, and those cultures value different things. So if the Japanese make a Superman movie, they will interpret what you think of the IP in an entirely different way. It'll mean something entirely different to them, and you will get a genuinely original take on it, rather than just you trying to remake it. It's why I like the Korean stuff. Because, yeah, they have a different... Because a lot of people watch it like, this is weird. It's like, it is weird, but that's just Korean culture. Like, there's always a scene of them eating together for some reason. And they will mix genres in the same program. So you'll have like an action sequence, and then they'll have a romantic comedy sequence, and then they'll have a different, like, social thing. And it's all, like, 3 different genres of things in one entertainment. And they will, through various different, either the setting or the music, kind of cue you in on which genre we're moving to next. But I think that really works if you want to remake something. If you want an original Superman, give it to a different country, see what they do.
I would love that.
Yeah, and it wouldn't harm... Because this is one thing. At the moment, they're like, well, there might be a James Gunn Batman, and then there might be a Snyder Batman, and they might exist at the same... That's really confusing. No one is confusing a Japanese Superman with James Gunn Superman. So you can run them simultaneously.
Yeah. That actually, the next topic after, need to catch up on Super Chats, but it has to do with anime, the next topic. So let's just catch up on these because we're so behind. Ian, thank you for another 50 pounds. When Holt flirts with corn sweat, I hate it because it's like we're saying corn sweat, but it sounds like saying corn sweat. Like I cannot.
It's easier to say corn sweat though, although I think I have been saying corn sweat.
You have been saying corn sweat. You've been saying it right, but it's like when you say it, when I say it too fast, it sounds like I'm just saying corn sweat. It's like whatever. He should then headlock him and
I'm
go.
sure he's had that his entire life, to be fair.
Oh yeah, he probably got teased like crazy for that. He should then headlock him and go, "Way, you big boy, bugger you." So we know he's straight. Like give him a little like what is it like the noogie? Like you rascal.
The interviews come across like Holt is coming on to him and Corn Sweat is trying to fend him off, and he's like, "I'm being friendly, but you should know where the line is." But it's like the marketing is by far the most interesting part of Superman for me.
Donna Hall gifted a membership. Thank you so much, Donna. Sorry if you're still here. That was like over an hour ago. My bad. Shane Muniz for 2 shoulders. Thanks, ladies. You're welcome, Shane. And you're also getting this brew hair today.
But it's hot.
I
It's
know.
better than... If anyone goes back, like, I can't remember what it was a few weeks ago in F&T, you can see at the start of the stream compared to the end of the stream, I think it happened on one of these as well, I drown live on camera. Like, it's so hot. So this is the only way I can survive now.
For us Americans, it's what I think it's like 100 degrees for you right now. What did you say it was?
93 or something it is.
93 Fahrenheit for him in there right now, and that's crazy. Especially because he's, in the UK and not used to that heat, and he's in a little room. I don't know if it's a little room, but he's in a room.
We have all the humidity and everything.
With the humidity and the heat that gets kicked off of the PC. Like I feel you. I'm in AC, and I still have to turn a little fan on sometimes after my PC's been on for a while because I'm in an enclosed room, and it just, no matter how many fans, I have 2 fans in my PC, and it's a monster,
Your fans in your PC won't cool your room down.
Well, no, not the room, but I've seen people say like you need a better cooling system in your PC, and I'm like, no, it's a great cooling system. It's just my PC is just a beast. So when I'm in an enclosed room, there's really nothing I can do. Like I remember before I moved, when I was still in New York, I was upstairs to the room that I use. I would close my vents so the heat didn't turn on because my PC, and this wasn't even anywhere near as good as what I have now, would just heat up the room. I didn't need to.
That's what I do. In the winter, I just close the door and everything just heats up the room on its own. I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah. Kay, thank you for the 5. Why is Superman so scared of Crypto Superdog dressed in armor? Because he's Crypto Knight.
Oh God.
No. Thank you for
I had to read that 4 times before I got it, and that was before Wicked read it. I was like, what?
Aaron Goldstein's been a member for 2 months. Thank you. This movie was everything anti-Snyder, minimal exposition, comedy overruled emotion, and the Jor-El twist when it ended. I just said, Matt, 5.5 out of 10.
I haven't seen the latest Snyder movies, but I did rewatch Man of Steel again, and yeah, it has massive problems with the plot. But as just showcasing the power of Superman, I much prefer it. I think I just prefer the serious take of Superman. It's almost like there's a movie somewhere in the middle of them.
Put them together, maybe.
If you just turned up the saturation on Snyder... Well, no, actually, no, there isn't a movie in the middle of them. Like, between the style, so if you had Snyder with all the colours and stuff of James Gunn, but with Snyder's kind of camera work and stuff, and the kind of reveling in Superman's power that Snyder did really well. So like the lasers beaming down on him and he still overcomes it, even though it's just like crushing him down. That kind of stuff really feels powerful and really good for Superman. But then you still needed somebody else to actually add in like a message of like, well, either hope or strength or some kind of theme, like some kind of feeling of positivity out of it that I don't think you got in either of them.
Jake Stanley for 2 disproves flowing hair is killing me.
It's barely moving. I'm looking at it now. It's like I can lean out, like it's not moving.
You should just like lean into it. Like, get yourself a spray bottle and lean back.
I have to do that for it to move. Like when the fan's directly in my face, then it moves, right? But the fan isn't that strong.
Here.
Oh, actually, if I do that, it kind of work.
Let me put mine on higher then. There. Do you feel better now? I got a little bit of flowing hair.
My fan's quite big. I mean, it is like next to my head, kind of.
I can't really move mine because it's plugged in, so I gotta like.
What like mine's surrounded on the side, so it's
very wins again.
Directional, which is why I think I can use it past the mic and it's fine.
Okay, well, there you go. I can't really move mine. It's like the plug is like behind, right, and it's a little desk fan, so I can't do much. I have to like get close.
This is warm. Like, I just put it on my chest. It's actually really warm. I didn't know it was that hot underneath.
Jake Stanley for 2.
I'm
what are we
heating
drinking?
my room up with my fan.
He's like, wait, it's not working how I thought it would. What are we drinking, panel? I've got Elijah Craig. I'm just having a light beer. I'm not much of a beer drinker, but that's why I like Michelob Ultra because it's very light.
I entered that.
Singleton. That's one of your favorites, isn't it? You have that one a lot.
Favorite.
It is your favorite. Okay.
I get it when it's on offer, but when it's on offer, I always get it.
Well, my fan's not that cheap. I don't want a loud one. I like this. This is perfectly fine for what I need it for. I just need a little bit of air flowing. I don't want it to be like a expensive loud fan. And I also keep it on low.
Yeah, it is ironically the cheaper fans are better if you want a fan for
this. Yeah, because I have AC, I have central air. But like I said, I don't always even have to turn my fan on. But like for Saucy, usually yes, because it's a 3-hour stream, and I've had my PC on for that long and it just warms up.
Yeah, like I say, my other fan is a solid metal 18-inch industrial one.
And if you put that on,
which
you're gonna
is
be
fine,
like,
but you can't hear anything.
You're gonna be like Michael Jackson when he's like moonwalking and blowing. Like it's gonna be like that. You won't hear. He'll be like, all right, so my thoughts on this movie. You're gonna be yelling.
You kind of want a cheap plastic one to not be heard.
Yeah, exactly. Middle-aged boomer's been a member for 2 months. Why can't Americans say Craig right? Say the letters C-A-C-R-A-I.
Yeah, you say Craig. You said Craig then as well.
Craig. That's how Craig says it too. Craig. Craig. How are we supposed to pronounce it?
It's not my fault he doesn't know his name. It's Craig.
Craig?
Craig.
I've never heard that before.
Well, that's because Americans don't know how to pronounce the English language.
Disparu. Wait, hold on.
Craig.
Move this man!
C-R-E-G is how Americans pronounce it. Craig.
Mark a reality for 20. I agree with this rule. We don't need to see the same superhero origin story every time the universe reboots, because then we're watching the same movie over and over again. I still stand by, and I know Disparu doesn't agree with me on this, but as far as like, especially for normal people and comic book fans, I would, if they're gonna keep doing these superhero movies forever, they should take characters that aren't well known, but they have interesting backstories and give us something new. Because if you haven't never heard of them, then it's just like a new movie for you.
Oh no, I'm okay with seeing where the Green Lantern, Green Lantern, where he came from. Fair enough. I know where Superman comes from. His origin is every pissing thing. What did me in, and even then, I'd prefer not to do origin stories. I'm just bored with them. But I got bored with him because Spider-Man rebooted it with the same actor like 3 times in 10 years and did his origin story every time. And I didn't know because I wasn't paying attention. I would go to the cinema expecting the last actor. It's a pissing new guy. He's getting bitten by a spider again and he's crap. He's like, oh, I've got to learn how to do this. I don't care. You rebooted it 5 years ago, mate. Grow up. It's like, nobody knows. Everyone knows that Batman lost his parents. Nobody cares. You could just go, yeah, I lost my parents. And that's all. You don't need a movie about it. It is literally a case of you meet people all the time you know nothing about.
Yeah, and you know what? I agree with you as well, 16-bit mascot. It would be refreshing to have a break from superhero movies for a bit. And then get good actors and writers but you know, right now Hollywood is creatively bankrupt, so they're going to keep going with what they know. Unfortunately, maybe the tides will turn someday, but until then we're just going to keep getting a lot of the same stuff and reboots and yeah. Mark of Reality, thank you for the 10. I went to see Superman today, but someone pulled the fire alarm right after the preview started, but before the actual movie started. Furious. So did you not get to see it, Mark? Like, did they give you a refund? I don't know if you're still in here. I'm sorry. This was also a while ago.
That may have delayed it 20 minutes or something, but then
yeah, especially if it was a false pull. Like,
yeah. What were they hoping to like summon Superman or something?
come on, David.
Like, maybe put it out for us.
Yeah, maybe. Lands for $9.99. I do like how Superman brings back a sense of fantasy to heroes, alien dogs, portal dimensions, a black man who stops crime instead of committing them. Truly world's finest. Oh, Lands. That was a good one. I wasn't ready for that. Thank you. This Rue liked it. Jason Webster with the Australian 5.
That's
Thank you,
tame
Jason.
version of that joke as well.
That was very tame. Hi to the beautifully benignant. Did I say that right? Even Disparu's doing the head tilt on that one.
Well, it's because it would be benignant. But benign means... I only know benign and like...
It's like something big, right? Like a
No, well, no. You can have like a benign tumor.
Oh, yeah, not
but
big.
But that can't be a...
I don't think he's calling extracorporeal a tumor.
No, but I would assume it's benignant, but I've never heard that word at all. There's benighted. Oh, hang on, I've spelled...
Well, let's let him. Well, he's looking it up.
For some reason, I spelled it entirely, utterly incorrect.
Perfectly.
It probably is benignant. Hang on.
Hold on.
It is benignant. Kindly benevolent. A less common term for benign. So it is benign. It is the altered version of benign. And benign means gentle and kindly.
Oh, okay. So well, there you go.
I always thought it then didn't do anything. It's just because I only heard it in relation to tumors. But they're like, no, that's a kind tumor. It's a friendly tumor, is essentially what they're telling you.
Okay. And a wonderfully witty Disparu. Thank you, Jason. Yeah. We always learn something new.
It's just like, you've got like a gentle cancerous tumor. It's kind.
It's kind. Jason Webster with another 5. Eric Weber and MMT eviscerated Guns Superman, calling it goofy, cringy, not well written. He gave it a D. I don't know who that is.
I liked Jeremy Johns, who ended it with it'd be better if you were pissed.
Yeah, he gave it a good time if you're drunk rating. Yeah.
I don't normally watch his reviews to the end. I'm normally like get his general opinion and go.
And then you leave.
So I'd never known that he actually went, don't drink. So that's like a good judgment.
I like Jeremy Johns. His reviews are usually pretty. I usually agree with him. My father brings up a lot of great points. I've had a lot of questions based on all the decisions made by Gunn.
Mm-hmm. The best thing to come out of this is when people went, after this movie, I am okay with sort of common sense gun control with 2 ends.
Vegas 1 for 5. Suggest next week we're doing Star Trek, The Voyage Home, something positive or something meh. Have you ever seen that one?
I'm not sure.
I haven't.
The early Star Trek films, I've not seen them all.
I need to get into Star Trek. That's on the list. Like growing up, I've seen I think my mom used to watch it, so she had the show on, and I've seen some episodes, but I never fully got into it.
Oh no, I have seen this one. They go back in time, with whales. It's a very strange movie.
Oh,
we have to save the whales. It is bizarre.
Whales.
Yeah, Spock gets he's like, no, we have to get the whales, Captain. It is when you go back and watch things like that, it's like, it's a global warming message in 1986. It's so strange.
Jason Webster with another 5. To me, Gun Superman is very mediocre in its script, too corny in places and overstuffed with way too many characters which affected pacing.
The one thing I like the pacing of this. I had no problem with the speed. I just think you could have done better with cutting out some of the characters, keeping the same pace, but actually having some kind of moral message or a story or some kind of idea you're exploring. There was lots of opportunities to do that. They just never did. I think you needed someone deeper than James Gunn to tell James Gunn what to add in.
Yeah, probably. He sticks with the funny stuff. So, but we'll get back to the rest of the super chats in just a moment. I want to get to another topic here. So Netflix says over 50%.
I'll be right back.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know what? Let me finish the super chats if he's getting a drink. And then we'll get into this so that he can talk with me about it. Andrew Matthews for £2. Poor choices told chat about Scotox still wincing. I don't know what that is. I don't think I want to if you're wincing. Thank you, Andrew. Market Reality's been a member for 24 months, 2 years, Mark. Thank you. Dean Cain was Japanese Superman. He should produce and direct to all. He should produce/direct the all Japanese Superman movie. That I would watch it. Old Renaissance Super for $4.99. You guys seen all the old SNL skit if Superman were German and with the Nazis, Uberman? I may have, what year Saturday Night Live was that? Because I watched a lot of the 90s stuff. I've seen a bit of the 80s and some of the 70s stuff, but I generally grew up in the 90s, early 2000s era for Saturday Night Live. All right, you're back. I'm let me wait so that you can talk with me on this one then. So I just did a couple more supers. So Netflix says over 50% of their global users watch anime. Over 150 million households. 80 to 90% watch dubbed.
Dub supremacy.
I like dubbed too. I'm with you on that one.
Best
oh my gosh, Andrew Matthews, thank you for clarifying. Viewership has tripled over 5 years, and I'm not surprised because a lot of people that weren't into anime or mangas have gone over there because they're really tired of everything that Hollywood has been pushing out. They're tired of the reboots and they're bored, so they decided to try something else.
I am this audience. This is me. I went
when
over
did
the
you
last
start?
5 years.
Yeah.
I can't remember when I started to, because for a while I watched just Death Note, and then that was it on its own, and then I was like, I'll find something like Death Note, and then I watched Code Geass, and then those were the only two that I watched for a while, and it wasn't until I think it was Alice in Borderland, and I think after Alice in Borderland I started watching loads of stuff, and then I always either read a live action Korean show or some kind of anime thing on the run, and I started going through more and more and more.
Yeah, I mean, growing up, my brother got me into Dragon Ball Z and stuff like that, but I would say over the last 10 years or so, I dabbled a bit more into anime because I had friends that were super into it, and they showed me cool slice of life ones and all that. Speaking of, you just reminded me of the because we're talking about subs, dubs. What did you think of? We won't say any Squid Game spoilers, guys, because I know not everyone caught up for it. But
I watched that dubbed.
Yeah, well, yeah, but I mean, this when they had Americans come in and it didn't it matched. You know what I mean? When normally it's Korean, so obviously the words don't match when they're doing the English dub, but they had a couple Americans come in, and it was watching it almost confused me because I'm so used to seeing the dubbed mouth. You know what I mean?
No, I don't think it. I didn't even notice because I think I've just got used to the voice not lining up. So I don't think I'm sensitive to it anymore. This is one of the reasons I didn't watch for a long time. Animation as a whole, I'm just not that into it. Mm-hmm. So there's a barrier there which I had to overcome. So for a long time I only watched live action stuff after Alice in Borderland. And it was because of Death Note and Code Geass being so good, I started to give other stuff a chance. And then from there, Yu Yu Hakusho, Hunter x Hunter, where the Ant arc is still some of the best TV I've ever seen. Especially for me, bonding to a character. This is why I know Alice in Borderland is the characterization is good, because it makes me care about the people in 20 minutes. And normally I'm you can die, it's fine. But Hunter x Hunter, there's a thing at the end, so the arc is over. And it brings up a character who's existed, but it's never really been. I never cared about him at all. And it makes me care about him in an episode. By the end, it's like, Jesus, that hit home. And so that's what they do really well. And what they do really well is what is missing from Hollywood. And so that got me over the having to watch the animated style. And it was the same with the lips not matching up. Yeah, it annoys you at first, but I get over that faster.
Yeah, no, it doesn't bother me at all anymore. I was just gonna highlight something, and now Warren says I tried to watch the German show Dark with English dubs, made it 5 minutes, and went to German with English subtitles. I actually have that on my list. Vara,
Dark.
did you like it? Vara suggested it to me. She said it's like an adult Stranger Things, better.
Most people really like it. It's something I had to go back and rewatch it. I tried to watch it subbed, couldn't do it. So it was only with the dubbed I started getting into it. And I think I was on the last season and almost got to the end. I don't like it as much as other people, which is kind of weird because I like the time travel stuff. But
so you didn't like it that much, or you?
It's not that I didn't like it. Everyone else really likes it, and I'm like, I don't regret watching it. I don't dislike it. I don't have the same strong emotions that other people do, though. I think that's the thing. I seem subdued compared to what everyone else thinks about it. So if you watch it, you may really like it because it's got some massive fans. Like, people will rave over it. For me, because I really like time travel stuff, so I don't think it was new or original to me. And I kind of feel like the time travel was a bit of a crutch more than anything else, rather than like it didn't really add to it. I think it hides problems. And if you go and watch the YouTube videos where it puts it in the right order, I think you're more like, why? So it's not that I dislike it, but everyone else is like, this is the best thing I've ever seen. I'm like, I don't think that. It's worth watching.
Okay, yeah, I want to. I have it on my list. I also have to finish Alice in Borderland, so I felt like I'm like, you know what? Let me wait, because from what I'm hearing, like especially from like you and X-Ray,
in about 2 months.
That's what I mean. I'm like, let me like pace it right so that I don't binge it, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, I need season 3. So I'm like, since I have the time, I'm just gonna pace it a bit. And I also was away and stuff, so I haven't had time. When I was away, I actually visiting family. I hardly looked at a screen in general. Like I didn't watch TV. I wasn't watching YouTube. I just kind of. Oh, someone's cruising over there, huh?
I don't. That guy does it regularly. I'm like, I don't know why. I've actually been on the road when he's gone past it before. That guy is going. Like it's the shittest bike I've ever seen in my life.
So it's not even like a
zoomer. He's flying past. He's going. People do that in this country, right? They will put like the loudest exhaust they can possibly fit on their car because I think people hear it and they think this is an amazing car. They don't really ever. That's a crap car. It sounds like it's about to die. It's like the limits of its engine, and it's going.
Yeah, I hate that. Even like if a nice car zooms by and it's like super, like the exhaust is just like.
This ridiculous. Is the UK. Like, we don't have nice cars.
Like, no, we have Vespas, and well, actually, I think Vespas are great. I want a Vespa. Was that what he had? He said a bike. Was it like a motorcycle or was it like a Vespa?
Oh, what a Vespa is. It was a motorbike of sort. Well,
motorbike. Not a motorcycle. Probably is like a Vespa. Then that's what they're called. Well, some
little crappy cheap motorbike it is.
Here, hold on. You know, so I'm gonna show you now because I need to know.
When I go to America, all your cars and everything I've never seen before, because your cars don't fit on our roads. So we can't have your cars.
So Vespa, I think that's actually an Italian thing. I thought maybe it was a Europe thing, but here, this is what I'm talking about.
It's not a scooter. It is a motorbike. No, it's not that.
I want one of these so bad.
We would call that a scooter.
Okay, I want one so bad, just cause. Okay.
Every time I see one of them, I'm like, yeah, that's what Daniel Craig as James Bond rode bitch on. And Cutie Gatwa. They'd make a great couple.
They'd make a great couple.
I'd be very happy for them. I'd go to their wedding if they asked.
Please, I talk about you all the time on my YouTube.
Yeah, you know. I'd be so happy for them.
All right, let's see. Where are we gonna go here? Can you put a couple of things in chat? We can probably do you think we could watch the Wednesday trailer and not get hit, or I have to pause it every 10 seconds?
I don't know. Who does Wednesday?
Netflix. But I don't know which.
I don't know what they're like. I mean, probably be fine. Because I know Disney's fine.
Yeah.
Warner Brothers isn't, but I don't know all the different companies like some other people do. Because I just got used to editing everything, so I don't have to worry about it.
Well, we'll check it out. I'll stop it every like 10 seconds just to be safe. If you're watching this back on the lives, then and the next part's gone, that means that I had to edit it out after the live. They showed it on Morning Roast. Oh, okay. We should be fine then.
It's the same with Red Sonja. If we go, let's talk about Red Sonja. Just I'm thinking of ironing boards.
Here, let's see. All right. Let me know if you guys can hear it. Good?
No.
It didn't. Hold on. The heck? I hate that I can't just be on Brave anymore. I can't do StreamYards on Brave anymore. It's so weird.
Chrome?
I do use Chrome, but like sharing on Chrome is a pain. I like using Brave for my Windows, which is fine, but like, here we go. Gosh, I busted at a good time. What is this?
I have no idea. I never saw Series 1, you see, so
you didn't watch the first one? I thought you did.
No, it's not
Really?
my kind of show
well,
at all.
It's your girlfriend. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, no, she is
Is it the
very
pictures, Mando?
she's very mixed in what she says. So she'll say some good things like, I wanted to stick to the character and everything, and then she'll just come across and act like an arse for no reason whatsoever. So she's like, no, I'm not doing that dance. It's like, yeah, but that's what you're known for. I'm not doing it. I'll make other people do it.
Yeah.
And then she started talking about how put out she was, that it was very demeaning because had to wear a school uniform. It's like, well, that's the character. You do realize you're acting for a living, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. She's come across very mixed. I mean, it's on the same on the red carpet. That she was the best dressed in one of the red carpets, and then she'll go to another one and be entirely different. It's I don't know.
I didn't like that thing she did with her bangs. Sorry, we're going off. Let's finish the trailer.
I don't know, it was the golden dress she wore in one of them that was like, hey, if she looked like that, I'd watch the series.
Her roommate, you'd be like, I can't. You'd watch 5 minutes of it with the roommate, and then you probably would turn it off.
I think I already hated just from this. I already hated the person who's like, can you sign this? Oh.
I liked the first season, but again, I think this is like probably more for the ladies. It's like kind of a chick flick, right? Or show. I wasn't a fan of Catherine Zeta-Jones' Morticia. Now, my generation is a little bit spoiled because Angelica Houston was a fantastic Morticia. Like, it's hard to beat her. And then Catherine Zeta-Jones, like in her day, was also very very good looking. Like, think of her in like Zorro. She was gorgeous in Zorro, right?
They had to sellotape her hair down.
Oops, I keep trying to highlight Dan. I'm highlighting the wrong comment. Sorry. But yeah, so I don't know. Catherine Zeta-Jones has always also had, she's a victim to getting too much of that Hollywood crap done to her face.
Still looks better than most of the people that have crap done to their face.
Yeah.
Hasn't quite gone overboard yet.
I know people were, and one thing that I will say, people
I don't
Gomez.
He's the one I have a problem with out of the two of them.
So, in like the comics, I'll pull it up after this. He was like chubby and like funky looking, like in the I think it was like someone in the chat can correct me if I'm wrong. I think it was like a little comic strip like in a newspaper, right? And he was like, and there was also there was an animated series where he looked funny, but again,
well, I only know the TV
Gen
show.
X and millennials and Gen X grew up with the Addams Family that had Angelica Houston, and her Gomez was attractive. So we look at that and we're like, what is this dumpy dude doing?
Look,
like, excuse me.
Superman has the same issue now. Batman has the same. A lot of characters do. I would argue even X-Men, right? If they come out with something and people are like, this is wrong, and you go, well, it's in the comics. I don't think it matters. More people know X-Men from the stuff like the movies and things. More people know Addams Family from the TV show than anything else. And so I think it's perfectly justified. I'm like, this isn't what I know. It's like, yeah, but you know the wrong thing. It's like, well, they are the majority at this point.
Yeah.
So
Raul Julia was amazing. Like, I love the scene with him, the scenes with him and Fester. It's just so good. Anyways, I mean, it'll probably be all right. I liked the first season, and it could have stopped there. I didn't love the whole like they tried to give her like a relationship in it, right? Like we're like a romantic interest. It's like, don't give Wednesday a romantic interest. Like that's not Wednesday's
Not unless she
thing.
kills him.
Exactly. Now you're thinking.
But when you find out the sort of effort she put into that role, so she was fighting for her character.
I
in the
hope not,
script.
Mando. Sorry.
She was working, so the fact that when she was on camera she wouldn't blink, stuff like that. She put
wasn't she
a
sick,
lot of
like,
effort into it.
Like COVID when she did that dance and made it up on the fly.
She made up the night before. They
but she
came
was
to her and
still
said,
sick.
do we want someone else to choreograph the dance for you? She went, no, I'll do it myself. Then the night before she realized she hadn't done it, so she just made it up.
Yeah.
And it did go everywhere. It's more a comments since, like, and stupid things like, oh well, it's very demeaning to wear a high school uniform. It's like, what do you even mean? Hollywood's always been like, they've had 30-year-olds be in high school.
Not even just Hollywood. Think of like Japanese, like every anime. There's at least one girl in a schoolgirl uniform. Like that's just.
Yeah, but it's a case of. Look, 16-year-olds can't act very well because they haven't lived enough of their life to even understand what they're acting. So a 22-year-old, even though it's a short amount of years, will have been through more kind of emotional events that they can use that to pretend to be it in a different situation. I hate child actors. So I would much prefer someone in their early 20s pretend to be in high school, especially in Hollywood. I don't think you really think you want teenagers around them in the first place. So, nobody actually thinks you're in high school, love. Get over yourself.
True. Here, let me get these. Tiki the Mighty for 5. I'm drinking Michelob Ultra Pure Gold. It's USDA organic. I've never had that one, Tiki. Thank you for the 5. Old Renaissance Boomer says, we don't speak English, just brew. It's American.
That's true.
Don't get him
you couldn't speak English so badly, you had to try and call it a different language. So, Ebonics tried to do the same thing. We don't speak it badly, it's a different dialect.
Ian for 50 pounds. Thank you, Ian. The funniest reoccurring joke in the show Community was that Julia was their most famous alumni. Really? I've seen a couple episodes of Community. I had friends back like that were super into it when it was first on. So I think I've seen a couple episodes, but I don't know the whole series, but it's pretty funny. All right. What you wanted to watch the Red Sonja? Yeah, I gotcha.
This woman could level shelving.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We could actually use her to manufacture spirit levels.
Well, here we go, guys.
Sonja, the earth is bleeding.
And you said this is a comic book
So is
movie?
she.
You said this is a comic book movie?
Red Sonja is like the female version of Conan. And there's even... I can't remember how long ago, the 80s or the 70s.
Oh.
There is a Red Sonja movie with Arnold in it as Conan. So,
yeah.
But she is very, the typical MMO armor. It's a metallic bra, a skirt, showing everything with cleavage. Everything that she isn't. And it's basically like they've tried to imitate it in the without actually showing anything. So it's like, we will try and pretend that we're doing what you want without giving you anything you actually want, which defeats the entire point of having Red Sonja as a character. You might as well have had Arnie in it.
Only the power to find those who did this.
Oh, do you want to know how long this is at the cinema for?
How long?
2 weeks.
That's it?
It hits digital in 2 weeks. That's how confident they are in this movie. It has a 14-day cinema window pre-planned.
Dan says officially they couldn't name the character Conan, but it's supposed to be him. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Well, the thing is, like, this is what... There is a scene in this where she's got, like, protection... Like, she's got, like, a bra cleavage metal protective thing. You don't need it. if I can walk topless on a beach, so can you, love. It's seriously, I've probably got more to show.
See, you know, Firefly says this looks like this CW The Outpost. I haven't seen that, but in our group chat,
I like The Outpost.
You liked it?
Now,
I don't even know what that is.
If you watch episode 1 of The Outpost, it is the cheapest, most laughable graphics you have ever seen in your life.
Well, it's funny that he brought that up because in our group chat, I'm like, is that the actress from the 100? Because like the vibes and like the thumbnail for this look like 100. I'm sorry, finish what you're saying?
The Outpost actress is incredibly hot. And that's why The Outpost works. I mean, it would have been essentially race swapping her, because I think she's like Asian or something. I don't know exactly. In The Outpost, but she's just way more attractive and also kind of works more. Like you will see, there's a bit in this where she's in the fight scene. She's like, I can tell how much you had to edit this down to make people like seem as if she actually beat someone up.
Oh no.
To see my people again is all I dreamed of.
Yeah. Notice how this is the least erotic thing you've ever seen in your life. No, everything is shot from here. Every framing. It's like we are doing anything to not show her body.
This was very, very feisty, eh?
And that's as much as they go.
We both die.
Oh. And it's supposed to be like super sexualized, like you said in the 80s.
Well, yeah,
it's like,
yeah,
I mean,
but
like I can
see it.
picture like the 80s was very heavy with that, like in there.
The bra thing comes down here, so it's way too large. It's meant for someone who's much bigger than her, essentially. So it kind of covers everything, and it is a kind of an outfit where it almost wants to pretend it's showing you something while also covering everything it can. But there's not anything to show. Like, I think I could have been her part.
I could have done better.
Yeah.
I will do
Get on the pies for a few weeks.
No wonder, Red, you are quite the woman. You think that your gods can stop me from conquering the world beyond?
It won't just be the kings who suffer. It will be every tribe, every people who defy him.
Like, why wouldn't you just shoot them when you're on the wall?
I am here to fight!
You and all of your kind are relics from the past.
Look how often that cut was. Every single time she went to.
Yeah,
you
I'm
never
kind of
see a strike.
I'm kind of surprised this is even going to theaters. This trailer's like not very good. You'd think this is like a straight to Netflix or I don't know.
The Outpost was so cheap. It knew it was cheap, and so it focused on like the story and the characters. This seems to think it's a proper action series.
They have a lot of faith.
Look at the size of them. They come up here, and there's absolutely nothing there.
You can have this, and
Yeah, there you go.
And that protects.
nothing. The crowd will love it.
But then go back a few seconds to where it shows her asking about it, and you just see her like.
You can have this, and
there.
these.
Like freeze it when it's on her in that scene. No, so you can see her
more.
body.
Oh.
Nothing. The crowd will love it.
Oh no, we gotta go back a little more. Hold on.
Yeah, it's when just before she says that protects. It is in that scene, so it's after all this.
You can have this, and
There.
Oh,
it's like,
goodness.
She's supposed to be a really womanly figure.
Just to have like full figured.
Like even in the other one, yeah, she's not massive, but there's still something there. But she is muscular, and this is like look at her arms.
Very
there's
tiny.
nothing about she's supposed to be like a warrior, like a barbarian kind of warrior, like an Amazon kind of woman. And there's nothing there. You can either have the figure or you can have the muscle, but have one of them, you know? It's like...
Yeah, you can't not have both. Gotta pick a struggle, lady. No.
Well, this is the point. And so, yeah, they gave her like a really enlarged kind of costume, but it's not like they could cut it down and show something because there's nothing to show. And it's the same thing with Tomb Raider. Like, Angelina Jolie embodied Tomb Raider because she had the figure for it.
Yeah.
You needed someone like Angelina Jolie for this.
Yeah, absolutely. Agreed. We don't get very many Angelina Jolie types in these anymore. I mean, just look at like the comparisons are so funny when they show the stupid Lara Croft Netflix and then but that next to oh my gosh, I'm drawing a blank right now. She was in Mission Impossible, Agent Carter. What is her name again? The actress.
Haley Atwell.
Haley Atwell, thank you. And she's just like boom. They show her next to it. It's like she actually like.
Well, it's the same with Lois in Superman. They put
covered her up.
Grab opposite out. She goes on the red carpet. Boom. And you're like, wait. Where was
like,
they in the movie?
Where did those come from?
Yeah.
Well,
like,
they show.
How
they
did you
show
manage
her,
to hide those?
They show her boobs in the Marvelous Miss Maisel, so I
Yeah, but it should be shown like you're paying her enough money. Like she's happy to show them on the red carpet. This is why I don't know why you're covering them up. But the issue with Red Sonja is that is why Red Sonja exists. She is meant to be this skimpy barbarian, and it is a case of that for Conan, his power comes from his muscles. But if you are a woman, a barbarian, a lot of your power comes from how you look in that scenario. So to strip them of that demeans them. It is stripping of her power. What you're saying is all of her power comes from muscles, which is the domain of men. So you're essentially saying that men are better than her, rather than her being strong in her own realm or using her figure for various different like things to gain power over men. You remove all of that, and then everybody else is just supposed to lie. I'm really, oh no, oh I can't comment on the size of her chest. It's like those days are long gone.
All right, let me look up Red Sonja just
yeah.
for
Look up get a comic panel, because any comic
Red Sonja
panel
comic?
you'll see.
Okay.
Because there is the movie, obviously, and even in the movie, it's a better casting for Red Sonja. But the comic panel really shows you what they were going for.
Okay. Well, oh.
I can get it if you can't find one.
I got it. No, I saw that. Oh, because immediately the first one that stuck out even to me, right there. That's like the metal bikini, isn't it?
Oh yeah, and you've got like the one down below that. Yeah, all of them. See, so on the left you had her versus Conan.
I mean, I zoomed in too much. I'm sure chat's okay with that.
Yeah, like just look at all of them. It's all
right
her
there.
figure. She is a male gaze character. Because that is the reason she exists, and she's supposed to be like the Amazonian. So she's incredibly toned, but with a very
she did it
womanly
with
figure.
Ash. Oh, she looks dead there. Never mind. Makes sense if it's with Ash. So, do you think that we're ever gonna get back to this? Do you think that Hollywood's gonna hit a point where they're just like, okay, let's go back to the old way, and they start hiring actual attractive? I mean, it's not that some people are attractive, right? But they go back to strictly hiring attractive
it's
people
not
to play
that the woman
certain
they
roles.
cast is unattractive. It's that she does not have the body for the role.
That too, like they go with more full figured, especially if the role needs it. And they do like, because what Hollywood used to do, like say it was based on a true story, right? It would be some dumpy looking real woman, like a normal, it doesn't have to be dumpy, but like a normal looking woman that maybe wasn't super cute. And they would put like a bombshell actress to play her.
They always should.
But they stopped doing that. That's what I'm saying. Like, and so now it's like the opposite. Like if they take like a comic book character like this, and they change the way she looks instead of hiring somebody like, I don't know, Sydney Sweeney or something with big boobies.
This is why when people are like, oh, this person's mid, and everyone goes, no, they're not. It's like they are. You just don't know what a 10 looks like because you don't see them anymore. But if you go back and watch old entertainment, 10s are all over the place. Like, people you would never see in the street were all over Hollywood. There was someone, oh, what was it? It was a Pamela Anderson thing. I can't remember I don't know what one it is. I think it was actually Pamela Anderson was in there, and the girl he was kissing reminded me of one of the ones in the Power Rangers, but I don't know if it was or whether it just looked like one of them. But every single person in the scene was like 10. All of them. And they are way more attractive than anyone in Hollywood now. It's just that used to be something you had to be to get into Hollywood. What was it? You had like, was it Orange County? Like the people in that were stunning, just like random people all over the place. Everyone in Hollywood used to be attractive. It's one of the issues that people have with Starship Troopers, because the people that side with the bugs always go, well, everyone in the movie is too attractive. It's like, well, it's just the way entertainment used to be, folks.
Well, yeah. you're supposed to look up to and want to be like a I would say Superman. I mean, a superstar. They don't need to look like us.
People.
They don't need to look like us. Like they can play roles where they get like, you know, dialed down a bit, whatever. But I mean, like taking, like, come on, people had no idea unless they seen Sydney Sweeney in Euphoria and Madam Web. It was like, did they tape them things down?
Lois Lane.
And Lois
If you haven't seen the red carpet, you're like, how did you even smuggle those into the movie?
Yeah. Yeah.
And it is harming the amount of money you're making in your movie. Because when men, like I said, there was a thing, Gal Gadot cannot act to save her life. No man noticed until very recently because she was so that attractive. Like, no one knew. She just kind of, it was like she was mesmerizing the audience.
Yeah. All right, let me see. Oh, wait, we got a couple supers before we move on. Ian for 25 says it was actually Louis Guzman who was the recurring joke, so I guess I'm canceled. Ian, how could you? I'm just kidding. This Rude looks lost.
I have no idea who that is.
No, he said that okay, you'll know him as Gomez from the original Addams Family movie, that it was a recurring joke that he was an alumni on the Community, but it was actually that guy. Yeah. Anyways. Mark Reality for 2, Red Sonja straight to the free on Tubi. That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like. Like I'm kind of surprised they're even like distributors that they have some faith in themselves. So
I was sure it would just be a streaming movie when I saw the trailer, and it's like, no, it's gonna be.
It sounds familiar. Who is it? The name sounds familiar. Hold on, Louis. Oh wait, was that the other? Was that the other? Oh what? Oh Ian. He mixed. Oh, Ian. It was actually the one that's playing Fat Gomez right now. He mixed him up with the original Gomez. The names, anyways. Oops.
See, now, like, oh, that says when to stream. So maybe it's only telling me the streaming date.
So Captain Salty's like, come on, you know who it is. We were just looking at him. So what? Let me pull this up real quick. We have a few things and we can just take it easy today. Are you pulling something up?
The movie for Red Sonja, 15th of August in the cinema, 29th of August streaming. Like, by the end, it releases halfway through the month, and by the end of the month, it's already out.
So they have like a tiny bit of faith in themselves, so that's about it. Let's look at images from the 1985 movie.
I'm wondering if it's going to be one of those really niche releases where nobody can find it in a local cinema kind of thing.
Now that's an Amazonian woman there.
Oh, is this the 1985? Yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
Yeah, and it's got Arnie in it.
Yeah.
Well, this is the thing. She kind of looks muscular, and yet she's not the biggest. But they're showing stuff.
Yeah, they're showing her cleavage.
Yeah. And this is the kind of thing, like, if you can't do that, you can't make Red Sonja.
Yeah.
And they were gonna have, what was it from? She was in Thunderbolts. She was the one that could teleport. They were gonna have that actress in it originally, and then she backed down, and then they recast her. And she can fight. What was it? She was in like a bounty hunter sci-fi show, and she had fight scenes in that where they were fine. So she actually would have been decent in it. I don't know figure-wise, but the fight scenes, they wouldn't have to have cut them as much.
Yeah, if they had someone that could, you know, even to pretend to fight. So what do you think of this? I know you've been to 2 like Comic Cons, right? Like one in the UK and then MegaCon, right? Is that it?
I've not been to a UK one.
No, you have. Oh no, it was a UK meetup. Never mind, I confused that with a con.
Yeah, I think the only Comic Con I've been to was the recent Florida one. Well, that was MegaCon, not Comic Con.
Well, I know. I just say Comic Con because I know, like, we can't, like, no one else could actually use Comic Con because San Diego owns the rights to it. So George Lucas will have Hall H panel at San Diego Comic Con this year. It'll be his first time he's ever attended. I'm kind of surprised by that, but at the same time, not, I guess, because he probably just didn't really care enough to go. Like, I don't know. I'm guessing if he's doing a Hall panel, that means he's probably not doing like a meet and greet or autographs, because I feel like that would be in this as well. But maybe he's just
Yeah,
doing.
I don't think people could afford him for autographs.
Oh, probably not. Look at what the people that he made stars charge. Isn't it like over 500 for
Luke Skywalker? I think he was the one doing that.
Mark Hamill? Yeah.
The thing is, I don't really care about I shouldn't know that James Gunn made Superman. I think that's the kind of thing you should have to actually look up, because I never knew who made anything for ages. So yeah, everyone knew George Lucas made that. Everyone knows Spielberg, but those are kind of the only two that were big enough names. To me, it's like you go to a restaurant and you don't know who the chef is that made your food, and you shouldn't. Like, it's not something that matters. That's behind the scenes in the industry. I don't care how the movie's made. I only care whether the movie is good. And now with people like James Gunn inserting themselves in all the time, and I think a big part of it came from this post-credit scene. Nothing should be behind the credits. Nobody cares about you. You're irrelevant and you don't matter. Your name shouldn't be in front of anything. I always got pissed off with James Bond putting all the titles at the front of the movie. No, it should be at the end, when the good bit's over. So I think this is more a job for the actors of the movies he's in than him, personally. Maybe it's interesting to hear him talk about Star Wars.
Yeah, that would be cool. I mean, like if I was there, I'd go in and listen, because I've wandered into panels of actors and actresses that I don't even know, and it was still interesting to me. But this was when I before I moved, and I like volunteered and worked at the my local con. So my thing is that some of the panels I had to sit in and like make sure, because some people will get up and like let the door slam. It's like, that's rude when someone's in the middle of talking. So I kind of like would sit in the back and make sure if someone did get up, like, oh, let me catch the door and make sure no one's like, slamming stuff, whatever. But sometimes I would, if I had off time, I would end up wandering into like a random horror person's panel or something that I had no idea who they were. And they would tell really cool stories. Like, you're sitting there listening to a friend tell like a funny story. So I feel like people will definitely like George Lucas because he's got a lot of stories. It could also be lackluster, right? Like, people can come in there thinking like, yeah, I can't wait, and it's not like what they thought it would be. You know what I mean? Not as exciting.
Recently, I think it was Brad Pitt, but there was also someone else, the guy that played it was a spy thing where he lost his memory. Jason Bourne. Like, those two I've seen do various different interviews on like podcasts and stuff. Brad Pitt being the most recent one, and they said it's because those podcasts now get way more views than the press and the media, so that's where you can do marketing for just essentially your time. So it's not really costing a lot, but you're getting way more for your money than if you put out an ad. But what it led to, because it was like a long form, hour-long interview rather than these very short bang, 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 multiple different short things. It was long form conversation. He gave some great insights into the industry, stories about various different things, why things have changed, how he thought it could be improved. Way more interesting, and actually made you like him as a person than I think you would get at a panel where it's not a conversation, it's like a pitch.
Yeah.
And I think Comic-Con is, I don't know, if he goes there, surely it would be to advertise something. He's not going there for a chat.
Yeah. Yeah, he must be working on something. That's a fair point. All right, let's see. Market reality for 5. I hate to say it, but when Harvey Weinstein went away, Hollywood dove straight to the bottom. I mean, you're not the first person to say that. Like, it's a joke that people make with it's like they want to say it, but they don't want to say it, because obviously he was an awful man, but he, people talk about how he like hired hot women, attractive, even men, attractive people to play the roles. So
yeah, but I think it's more a case of what Hollywood missing at the moment is straight men creating things and being in charge of things, and not being limited by the weird I have to worry about sugarcoating everything because I might offend somebody. Someone might get offended by my hurty words. Men just say things. They're blunt. That's how they work best. And the industry needs to get back for that, because that's what made the industry great in the first place. And you need to just say, you can't do this role because you're too fat. If you can't say that in a casting call, you can't make a good movie. If you can't say you don't have the body for it, then you can't make a good movie. And at the moment, I think it's been full of people who are too busy trying to brown nose everybody. They're too busy caring about other people's feelings and emotions. And no. No woman should make Red Sonja. That is a male movie where you need straight men to make it, who make it for them and make it how they want the movie to be. This is the whole thing. I would not expect a straight guy to make The Materialists. And the same thing goes the other way around. Red Sonja is the male version of The Materialists. So, but you can't have that in Hollywood, because at the moment, it's people that think Pedro Pascal will be the next leading man.
Oh my gosh, yeah. No, thank you. Jesus Davila gifted a membership. Thank you so much. Lucifer the Doberman, the Canadian too. Brad Pitt was amazing in F1 worth seeing in IMAX. I think I may go see it before it's out of theaters if I can, because I've heard great things about it, and I'm all for like a movie, even if I know nothing about like racing. Like, it's not that I know nothing about it, but I don't watch it.
You don't need to.
It was what I mean. Everyone said you don't need to.
It's Formula One with all the boring bits cut out. So the people that don't like it are actually Formula One fans, because it's not realistic at all, but that's why it's a good movie. It's the same. It's very similar to Top Gun Maverick in the way the story arc goes, but I'm sure if you were a jet fighter pilot, you'd be like, that's pathetic. I don't like that. You couldn't do that. I'm sure it would really annoy you. I think Formula One does the same thing, but Brad Pitt carries that movie on his back. He is the best person in that movie, and without him, it would be an awful movie.
Yeah, Brad Pitt, like, I'm trying to think of a movie I've seen him in that I didn't like. I can't. I haven't seen all of his movies. I actually still have not seen Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, which is crazy that I haven't seen that yet, because it seems like up my alley. I don't know what happened. I didn't see it in theaters, and I don't know if it's been on anything streaming yet, and maybe it was and I missed it. I'll eventually watch it. But I'm trying to think of a movie that he's done that I didn't like, and I can't. He's
I think when you're it's a bit like Tom Cruise. When you've been around for that long and your like name is that big, you can be very, very picky about what you take on.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
You're gonna have that.
Which is good. That's what people should try to be like. And the younger generation of Hollywood now is just kind of like, I don't know.
Well, yeah, but also at the same time, they don't really have the movies to choose from.
That's fair.
They don't have a broad selection of movies where they could be picky and be, that one's good, because they're all...
They have to take the crappy superhero movie because that's all they're getting offered.
Yeah.
That's fair. Or the Disney movie.
That was a comment Brad Pitt made recently, that young people shouldn't do superhero movies. I think it was Brad Pitt that said it. Somebody did recently. I'm pretty sure it's him.
A couple people have said stuff about that. It may have been him, but there's been a few like older Hollywood people that have made a couple comments about the superhero movie. Like, they don't like them.
I think he said something like, the industry thinks it'll always be around and it won't. They think you have to do it and you don't. You can be more picky. And so, I don't know. He almost acted as if it's on its way out. It will be gone in a few years. I don't know if that's true. But I think everyone at the moment is like, please just... I don't care if superhero movies stay around, but make something else alongside it. That's what you need.
Yeah. Give it an interesting story too, maybe. That might be a good idea. Let's see. Market Reality for 5. The most fun Comic-Con panel I've ever been to was the Bruce Campbell and Matt Nix panel for Burn Notice. Bruce has this hostile relationship with his core fans. I think Bruce Campbell is great. He's like top on the list of someone I would love to meet at a Comic-Con. I hope he starts going to more, because I mean, I don't know if he'll start going to more. He's getting up there in age, right? He probably doesn't want to do more, but hopefully he makes it to a Florida con at some point, because I would really like to meet him. I would go on my Ash cosplay too. I would. I got the fake chainsaw and everything. All right, let's see.
Like vroom.
Vroom.
You did that off your own back.
Good.
I don't know what chainsaws you use.
Oh, don't start. That's the perfect chainsaw. I've already gotten crap for my chainsaw sound. That's how they sound, okay?
It's always been a meme.
He said, sounds like your chainsaw's broken, lady.
Yeah, it sounds like the chain snapped, actually. Like flew off over there somewhere into the distance. But it's always been the thing, it's like men spend like 10 years of their life perfecting various different types of gun noises, and then women just go, pew pew. Like, that's the way, that's about the limit it gets to.
Yes, Ian. Vroom. Vroom. I can't even do it. Vroom.
It was the way you went up. It was like, phew. It's like, wait, did it really sound like it just flew off.
All right. This one I was saving. I'm glad I remembered to actually like open it up in my little bookmarks here. So 10 highest grossing actors of all time at the global box office.
I'm amazed anyone beats Samuel L. Jackson just from his sheer amount of movies.
Tom Cruise is the only non-MCU actor in this. So we've got Scarlett Johansson, which is I'm not surprised because she made a lot as like Black Widow, right? Is this just
but he beat Samuel. Like, he's been in loads of stuff.
That's true.
Like, he used to be in kind of there was a time, years, where he was in like it seemed like every single movie that came out he was in.
Yeah, I'm surprised too. It's not by much, but it should be the other way around. Like, that's what would make sense. Even Robert Downey Jr., but Zoe Saldana, Chris Pratt, Tom Cruise, Chris Evans, Vin Diesel, Chris Hemsworth, and Bradley Cooper. These are the highest grossing actors of all time. Well, Marvel pays well. That's why they're all Marvel.
I'm not surprised Vin Diesel's. Oh, yeah.
The Fast movies, there's like 20 of them.
That's what I was thinking. Was that I'm surprised because I immediately thought of Riddick. That's what I was thinking of, and I erased Fast and Furious. I was like, oh no, that explains it.
Yeah, no, I think they're on like 11 now, right? I know it's not actually 20, but
I'm kind of surprised that Chris Pratt beats Chris Evans.
The Jurassic World movies.
Mario.
Mario.
Yeah, that's a massive amount, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, and the Mario one itself was very loud thunder. I think it made the house shake a little bit. I felt it. I'm like,
Bradley Cooper's that high.
I mean, he was in the Guardians movies. He did that one with Lady Gaga. Oh my gosh.
It's just because I still think of Bradley Cooper as the guy in Alias.
Oh, okay.
That's what I will always see him as. And so for him to have been like that successful is kind of wild. Because in Alias, he was just kind of, I think he'd been in another TV show that JJ
Star is Born.
But he was a complete real like unknown at the time. He was just a kind of best mate.
Oh yeah, The Hangover. What was Bradley Cooper in? Hold on, I gotta look it up.
Limitless. It's a great movie.
That was a good movie. I liked that a lot. Bradley Cooper movies.
The Limitless TV series is good as well. It's actually an interesting expansion of the movie. Kind of got cancelled after one season, unfortunately, though.
Did he play one of the robots in Superman? He did, didn't he? Oh yeah, he did.
He played Jor-El.
Oh yeah, Jor-El. That's right, because he was only in like 2 minutes
like,
of it.
Superman.
Take over the planet.
I know you are muscular, and I know you're super powerful, and I know that all the women around the world are thirsting on you, but I think you need to know you should probably go out and shag a few of them. Like, it's the most stupid twist, and everyone's like, they're evil. Yeah. It's like, he didn't actually go out and do anything evil. He just said, spread your seed around. That would happen naturally with a Superman character anyway. He did not need to be told.
Yeah.
There would be super babies all over Earth.
There was 3 Hangovers. I didn't even know that. I thought there was only 2.
I've never seen him.
He was in the Nip. 6 episodes. Okay, I never watched Nip Tuck, but I heard about
there
is 46 episodes of Alias. Failure to Launch, Wedding Crashers. Yeah, he was in quite a few.
There's a scene where he's getting tortured, and they get all this blood, and they must have made it like congeal. And so he's there, and he's trying to make it go as long as possible. It says the moment it hit the floor, I'm like, go, film, I've got the perfect shot.
Hold on, let's see. Oh yeah, this one. You brought this up, so let's talk about this because You put this in the chat. They think they're talking to Keanu Reeves or Kevin Costner or Charlie Hunnam. Then they come to pleas for cash. THR, or the Hollywood Reporter, goes into the brazen billion-dollar scam targeting starstruck fans and what Hollywood is doing to stop it. This is not Keanu.
Well, this went viral ages ago. Well, say ages ago. I think it was this year with Brad Pitt. Do you remember that, where a woman got conned because Brad Pitt was like, "I need money for my surgery," and he was like, pretending he was in a relationship. That's the same thing, but now they're using other celebrities. So you can have a story that went viral that everybody knew about, and people are still falling for it because they really, really
want to believe it.
Yeah, they want to think that Keanu Reeves is interested in them, and it's like, look, he's got hundreds of millions of dollars. Why does he want you?
Yeah, exactly. And why would he need money?
I
remember this. Margaret climbed in her Toyota Camry and left her husband of 10 years at their comfortable brick home in the rural South and drove an hour to a hotel where she was sure Kevin Costner was coming to meet her.
It's so wild to me. I'd spent months making weekly Bitcoin deposits totaling $100,000. Which no doubt would be her husband's money, because nobody that stupid would be intelligent enough to make
have
that much money.
$1,000. Yeah. Oh my goodness. He had messaged her that he was using the money to set up a new production company where she would eventually work for him. She was 73 though. That's like it's sad because.
Well, no, it's like at 73, you would have assumed the ovaries would have calmed down a bit, and you wouldn't be trying to upgrade your husband.
Well, they're not there when you're 73, so.
Well, they are there. They're just not particularly active.
They're not active.
What I mean is, you would have thought like the hormones would have calmed down a bit to the point where you don't want to run off with a new fancy man. Like, you've been with this guy until you're 73, and you're still looking for an upgrade. I mean, come on.
I know, right? That poor husband. He's like, "Where are you going? I'm leaving you for Kevin Costner." What? You're not
Can
gonna
you
even
imagine
hear
being the husband?
It's like, wait, what? I said I'm leaving you for Kevin Costner. Where are
He's
you
like
going?
calling the hospital. I think my wife's had a psychotic break. She thinks Kevin Costner's after it.
Oh my god! I saw like a comment that was like, "No, Grandma, Keanu Reeves is not in love with you." Oh my god!
And the thing is, AI. If you're 73, AI is going to blow them out of the water. They cannot comprehend what AI is capable of. I mean, you heard the camera never lies. That's not been true for a long time because filters got so good. You can just fake it being an entirely different person. But AI will utterly do it.
Oh, Dan's got.
Yeah, I'm not convinced Dan Vasc exists. I think Dan Vasc is like some kind of Nigerian scam.
Oh, they're saying he's next. Like, oh
yeah,
gosh.
I like,
oh,
Dan. Like Dan Vasc on videos in your messages. So I need to get my new single out, but I need some money.
You will get a producer credit. Stop. We can't give people ideas here. Okay, here. Let me stop sharing. The Dead Man for $4.99. Hello, ladies. When I saw the Hall of Justice, I said out loud, "Wow, you youngins may not appreciate that as much."
Yeah, that'll be me.
The Hall of Justice in what, the Superman movie?
Yeah. Apparently it was a big deal what they used for it. I have no idea.
Yeah, probably. Sorry. I think that's, let me see here. We'll save the Akon story for next week because you said you have a bunch of stuff on that. So we'll see.
Well, it's not a bunch of stuff. I've got the video that shows like the original plans and everything, and I found another article from before where people are already saying this isn't going to work, and he's like, no, it will. We've just had some teething problems. But it goes in, and he starts calling himself, "I'm going to be the king of the city," and he's like, I know that may sound egotistical. Well, when you read that article, knowing now, it's like, okay, it puts a very different spin on everything.
Yeah.
Even the, okay, so, see if I can just find to give,
you have no idea what goes on Dan's stuff, man. I've seen an email before. He sent me a screenshot once, and he was like, "Look at what I deal with," and I was like,
Well,
Whoa.
this is the grand, like, this is the planning that went on, right? So we made some buildings, and this is an office building. This is a
It
police
looks
station.
so weird.
That's a fire department. This is a hospital. And it's like, yeah, okay, so you've got like 5 buildings here. And this is going to be your city. And there was other things where it's like, so a filming studio 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, so there isn't many buildings in the city, but we've got 4 of them are filming studios. Office. Any type of, no, just an office. Random parking. Media tower, so that'll be like a fifth one.
Ian, don't you start. And Dan Bruckman, meanwhile, in the Hall of Justice from the old Justice League cartoon. Okay. I get it now. I've seen it before, but I haven't like watched a lot of it, but that just brought something back there a little bit.
Like,
my
the
brother used to
entire
watch
video
that.
is just random screenshots. And then they'll occasionally just be like, look, this is an African restaurant.
Ian.
This is a bazaar.
This is what Ian thinks it looks like.
With that one aspect, look at that.
Even more so, yeah, than he was talking about the one.
Look, it's even got
I
a
was sharing
sprung.
yesterday.
Looks like it's the reproductive system, that is.
It looks like it because this was so people can get context here that maybe you missed Wicked's World yesterday. Me and Varo were talking about this, and Ian said this looks like a butt
the
plug.
real life Wakanda.
But this
Now,
looks like a heel, like a weird heel, like if you flipped it that way. It's so.
My theory is he was going to build it, but didn't have the technology to build a set of turntables to open up the energy shields. That was his problem. Yeah, when they said this is the real life Wakanda, they were more on point than any of them knew.
It's what he wanted. He's like, I'm gonna be king.
Well, he said he was going to be king of the city, and another sentence he said is, I want this to prove that Africa can build something. So, well...
My gosh. Well...
Like, no...
Go ahead. Were you going to say something?
Well, it's just like, this truly is the, I'm going to live with that.
He's like, I can't say that one. All right. Well... Marker Reality, thank you for the $2. Keanu wants to be Dan Vast when he grows up. I believe it. I believe it. All right, so it's that time. Gonna let Disparu go. Oh no. Gonna let Disparu go jump into a pool of ice probably because I know he's hot over there right
I'm just
now.
gonna turn the second fan on. I sit in a wind tunnel.
Yeah. What do you have coming up? Any videos that you're working on? Well, besides, are you gonna do a Superman video?
I'm gonna do a Red Sonja video.
Oh, he's like, no, forget Superman, Red Sonja.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, let's see, what's today? I will probably be live again Tuesday or Wednesday night playing something, and then obviously Thursday Wicked's World, and then next week this. So yeah, you guys know where to find me. You're here. Thank you guys for hanging out. This was a fun one. I'm gonna let this brew go cool off now. And
it's actually copeable when that fan's on me.
Yeah.
It is when I didn't have that and I was just sitting here in like 91 degrees melting.
Oh, I couldn't do that. I can't stream when it's too hot. That's why I have this little fan that's usually just to rotate the air a little bit. But I'm going to send you guys over to Vara. She looks like she's playing Liza P, and it's almost over. So it may be ending right now. She might be finishing the game. But
you really know how to sell it.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't know. I'm going to send you guys. Oh, wait, no, it looks like it is ending. Hold on. I got to find. I'll still send you guys over there. Go say hi to her. We will see you next week. Bye.
Yeah.